time to rise, it's time to wake. From the land of the beast, we gotta shake. In the land of confusion, they got us blind, but the truth's been revealed, now it's time to find. In Babylon, they tried to hold us down, but we the Israelites, wearing the crown. Shackled in the system, got us trapped in the lies, but we breaking free now, watch us reach the skies. They thought they could bury us, keep us in chains, but the Most High called us out of the flames. From the streets of the city to the desert we roam, we walking with purpose, Israel's coming home. Out of Babylon, we rising up strong, the 12 tribes coming, it's been too long. We breaking the chains, yeah, we're free at last, leaving the past, we ain't looking back. Out of Babylon, we marching away, back to our roots, let the world hear us say, we the Israelites, shining bright like the sun. The journey's just beginning, man, we on the run. They tried to keep us lost in the land of deceit, but now we're finding our way back to the beat. Through the struggles and the pain tight, now we see the light and it's shining so bright. They tried to erase our name, but the truth in our hearts, it can't be tamed. From Egypt to Babylon, we've seen it all, but we stand tall. Now we hear the call. It's time for redemption, time for a change, time to break the chains, no more feeling strange. From the corners of the earth, we coming together, the Israelites strong, we will rise forever. Out of Babylon, we rising up strong, the 12 tribes coming, it's been too long. We breaking the chains, yeah, we're free at last, leaving the past, we ain't looking back. Out of Babylon, we marching away, back to our roots, let the world hear us say, we the Israelites, shining bright like the sun. The journey's just beginning, man, we on the run. We the people that's chosen, no more pain and sorrow, walking in the truth, no more fear of tomorrow. We're waking up now, gotta stand as one. From the west to the east, the rise has begun. The Most High's on our side, we moving in power. Strength in our bones, we gon' rise by the hour. From the ashes of Babylon, we rise and ascend. This is the start, and it ain't the end. Out of Babylon, we rising up strong, the 12 tribes coming, it's been too long. We breaking the chains, yeah, we're free at last, leaving the past, we ain't looking back. Out of Babylon, we marching away, back to our roots, let the world hear us say, we the Israelites, shining bright like the sun. The journey's just beginning, man, we on the run. From the land of confusion to the land of truth, Israel's coming out, we reclaim the youth. We rise, we break through the night, shining like the stars, we're Israel's.
You. Yep. We're back. We're back to attack. Yeah. Welcome. It's your host with the most and your man's with the plan. The Ibar and Akbanaya coming back with an all-new topic. Praise the Most High that we here. We doing what it do. It's kind of late over here. It's early for y'all. So, hey, we doing what it is, man. Sure. The topic of this one that we going into is what's the title of this one? Hold up 1 second, y'all. I forgot actually. Reaping. Yep. Reaping what you sown. Habakkuk 2:12. Basically touching on as y'all see the thumbnail, it looked like something is growing out the ground, like you done planted a seed and some bad fruits done grew. Well, we know that there's a land in this world that planted a bad seed all over the earth, and everybody in the earth took from that seed. But it's a bunch of bad stuff coming out, and that's what's growing all over the earth. What was planted, and hey, we ain't gonna sugarcoat it. We already know where that bad seed come from, but ain't no sugarcoating. We know where that bad seed come from. The states, the Western world, starting from Rome all the way to modern day Rome. What they call the daughter of Babylon now. So yeah, that's the whole purpose of that thumbnail is to show what is the meaning of this topic. Reaping what you sown. When you put something bad out there, you receive something bad back. So all the bad stuff that you put out there, you're gonna get it back. And there's no way that you can avoid it, Even my man said it. We're gonna get into that too. We ain't gonna put the cart before the horse, We just chit chatting, shooting the breeze, the weather looking good over here. Y'all say I'm in my beater looking fly, you know what I'm saying? doing 3 push-ups a day, Nah, I just play it though, but for real, shoot, man. We feeling good over here, man. The weather good, the food good, Sure, the community good, the most high good. Hey, we can't complain. So how you feeling, man? Let these folks know, man.
I feel good, man. The wind blowing. We got a nice breeze out here, Hey, we just like I said, I got the little cutoff shirt on, man. We just threw the video on. We said, man, let's go on and talk to the people, man. A lot of people might, judge attire. But look here, we raw, with it right now. This is how it is, man. We said let's throw it on. Let's go ahead and get it cracking. As you can see, we about to have some AKC choice dogs back here. You know what I'm saying? We got the dog kennels. You see the dog kennels behind us. We got about four cages where we gonna keep the dogs and stuff like that. We're gonna have those. If it be the Father's will, we're gonna have some Borbals for sale. Borbals, the South African Mastiff.
Borbals, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anybody out there want to purchase some, be looking forward for that.
Coming soon, yeah.
Be looking forward to that. I don't know why YouTube. Maybe it's because of what I'm looking at here, but YouTube is looking a little blurry. But it ain't looking like that on my screen, right. So we probably good. But yeah, man, we in here like the brother said. You reap what you sow, and we all understand that. Like in the world, they say what goes around comes around, or they say they talk about karma and stuff like that. But the truth be told is, you reap what you sow, meaning whatever you plant, whatever seed you plant, you'll receive in the end. You understand? Like if you plant a seed of apples, you're gonna receive apples. If you plant a seed of what's a plant that you can't eat that's dangerous to eat, you can plant a seed that's dangerous to eat,
sure,
and then you'll receive that back. And then somebody might think might eat it and mess around and they die off of it. You know what I'm saying? So you could plant whatever seed in whatever soil you plan on planting in, but understand you're going to receive back what you planted. That seed you planted, you'll receive it in return. And that goes for just about everything in life.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, like I say, I'm just here. This brother here, he want to put all of this stuff together. I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? Helping him out. We're going to bring it on out and roll it on through.
Most definitely.
If it be the Father's will.
Yeah, most definitely. All praise, man. Y'all excuse them. We in the bushes, so I'm swinging at the flies and the mosquitoes and stuff. Hey, look, man, we got praise the Most High. It's banana. That's a banana tree. It's a papaya tree.
Yeah, right here. Papaya.
There's some papayas, right? Yeah, you got lemon.
Papayas on the
ground. I
ground.
had some papaya in my hand. But man,
there's another lemon tree right there.
Yeah,
lemon tree right here.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, the Most High made this land fruitful, man.
This one here, you probably can see it hanging a little bit. That's a mango tree. Then another mango tree right there.
Sucker. Hey,
yeah.
Anybody talking against the land of Africa is a god dang on lie. And the father of it I'm gonna just say it like that because we got a lot of folks talking against this place, man. The Most High said He was gonna get Abraham a land that's very fruitful and it's very big.
Mm.
We know for a fact that little bitty piece of place up there ain't nothing but a piece of the pie. It's nowhere near as big and it's nowhere near as fruitful as where we at. Y'all see the wind blowing them bushes right now. That's banana that's wiggling.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, this papaya right here, this stem right here next to me. You got mango over there. Like, man, come on now.
Hey, and it's a great debate concerning what you just said. You said the piece of the pie, the little piece of pie up there. Then you said down, Africa, this and that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a great debate concerning that. Now, we believe what we believe concerning.
No doubt.
The Most High say we understand the scriptures say from beyond the borders of Ethiopia will He accept His suppliants, or will He accept His chosen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you read the scriptures in the book of Genesis, the Ethiopian river, the river that goes through the whole land of Ethiopia will be the Nile River.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So in those areas will He begin to accept His people, and deliver His people. So that's what we believe. That's what we understand. But that don't make us, we won't reject you. Exactly. You believe anything else. You know what I'm saying? We ain't cut like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We all trying to get this thing right together.
No doubt.
But hey.
And that's what it's about. Mm-hmm. That's part of unifying the nation. Mm-hmm. Hey, you can hear me, I can hear you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ain't nobody over here super brewed out like we got the truth. We got it all. Ain't none of that. Man, same way you can listen to us on here, we can listen to y'all on what y'all on. Mm-hmm. Man, y'all can gather with us, we can gather with y'all. Man. Hey, we ain't on that bull crap.
Hey, y'all out there, if y'all can, tell us how the video coming through. Because, it may be my internet here, but my reception here on the laptop here is coming through good. But on my phone, it's looking blurry. And I'm saying it because it looked blurry because maybe I need to clean the lens. I don't think I need to clean the lens because from here, so it must be the internet.
The internet.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is because we do that at my crib.
Okay.
It's stronger, clear up.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man. Hey, like the Aqua saying too, just in case y'all didn't catch that, it's a few little kennel joints back here, over here far north. It's like that. But no, if y'all look behind the banana bush right here, it's a couple of little kennels back here, man. Most High willing, we gonna put these boar bulls together and really get them out here. Because, man, there's a lot of them joints in the States that ain't full-blooded. They looking like cane corsos. They look like pretzel canaries.
Hey, they ain't got all the weight they supposed to have.
They ain't got that weight, man.
Hey,
we over here with them. Praise the Father, man. Look, these suckers straight from the turf. Look, y'all want to see some? Look, man. That's dirt right there. That's boar bull dirt. No, for real though, man. Father's willing, man. We're gonna have these dogs, man. We're gonna be pushing them out here. Anybody who want to inquire on a situation with that, just inbox or catch us on Facebook, hit us up on the message on here. However y'all can get into it with us, I'm gonna put together an email for this channel too.
Mm-hmm.
Most High willing, man. I be forgetting about all that stuff. But we gonna do it all.
And if we ain't got no puppies for you for ourselves, we got them. We know some people around here got them, man. So if y'all want them, holla at us, man. Real full blood, full blood, big,
the big joints.
Yeah,
the mama dog looked like a man. When I first came to the continent, and not to go too far off, man, because we're gonna get into the message soon. But we just networking real quick just to draw people in. But when I first came to the continent, this Aqua was standing up the hill around the way, and his neighbor had a boar bull, and there was a girl. This dog was so big, I was scared to look at it out the window. I'm ducking behind, like, dang, why is it looking at me? Like, why is it so big? Dog, these dogs is huge.
Yeah,
like everybody who like the pretzel canaries, the cane corsos, the mastiffs. Look, this is a South African mastiff, and these joints is full blooded. You can't get no better than these things. They straight protection, and they family dogs too.
Yeah,
the dude who got them, he got babies, little ones, and nothing is wrong with them. So these are family dogs and all them things.
And they don't maul kids. They good. They good with kids. They good with kids.
That's why I threw that in there. Most deaf. So man. Anybody looking at it real soon, we're gonna have pictures and all that stuff. Like I say, I've been networking this for the last few episodes. We're gonna have more visuals of the continent, the things we dealing with, the things surrounding us, the people. You know, it's just about unifying the nation. Even if it take unifying the nation with dogs, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? If it take unifying the nation with cats, that's what it is. But hey, we got to unify, because at the end of the day, who else going to do it if we don't try it, or the next person don't try it? I ain't saying we all that. I'm just using that as an example. You know, somebody got to put their best foot forward. You know?
Right.
Give it a good effort to try and do it. And if anybody don't want to join, that's cool. That's on them. You know, but we just doing what the scriptures say, not what man say. You know,
Right.
So that's my whole motto: do what the scriptures say, not what men say. Like you got Israelites say, scripture over feeling, scripture over man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's a lot of y'all out there too, and I ain't tripping on y'all, because we all family. And listen, it was a time when I was in the same space that was laughing, or that was saying, "What you going over there for?" You know what I'm saying? But I can guarantee you, with what y'all seeing now, hey,
thinking it was just a fashion.
It's starting to look like the Most High was talking to us, right? Starting to look like God was talking to us. Yes, sir, he was.
He said it's a little blurry.
All right. He was talking through that word. He was talking through the word. He was showing us what it is we needed to do, what the next step was. And I thank the Most High. I thank God. You know, a lot of y'all call him God. We call him the Most High, because that's what he is. I thank him because he prepared us and put us in a place to be able to prepare y'all a place.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So we've been over here on the ground. We've been talking to people. We've been kicking it with folks. We got family and things of that sort. People that we kick it with that love us. You know, that, you know, if you have a blessed spirit, you know, a good spirit, hey, listen, they'll welcome you too. But a lot of our people don't have that. Even those who claim to be in the truth, they'll come around and they'll, you know people by their fruits, right?
Yeah.
By the things that they do. So we done had a lot of people who come and go. They'll come over here and they'll act like they down with the, you know, whatever, and they'll play a real role. And then something happened. And then they'll show what it is that they truly, who it is that they truly are. They show it, man. And that's fine, because we don't want those type of folks around us. No way. You know what I'm saying? We need people on the ground that's 10 toes down, that's really down to do the work, and solid. And that's solid. We ain't got to worry about hearing about you having a bad name out here. We, you know, coming amongst us with your bad name. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to worry about certain issues, right? Because people will come over here, and I don't. Some people come over here with the sole intention to tear down, but they'll mask themselves and they'll lay amongst you and try to be with you and be around you and act as though that they down for whatever it is you down for. But you chill with them long enough, and you're gonna find out exactly what they intent was. You know, and that's wisdom that I gained just being here and being around different people.
And you know where that wisdom come from too? What we just seen the other day with the situation with the ox.
Oh,
that's why I say that's perfect. Because at the end of the day, like you said, some people just come around to tear down.
Yeah.
Come to find out this ox don't even like black people. But yet he always trying to sit here and perpetrate and participate and all these things, like and I don't really want to say no name, but at the end of the day, wicked got to be exposed.
Nah, yeah.
Like you got the gorilla Hebrew you know, doing what he doing over there in IUI, not IUIC, I don't want to say the wrong name. Sorry about that. Sakari, yeah, exactly. My bad. But you know, this brother, he been dealing with them brothers for a minute now, and come to find out the whole time he there to destroy.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's really to destroy the nation.
It
ain't even to tear down their organization.
It's
thing. About stopping the nation from growing.
That's real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Why? Because so many people follow them.
Yeah.
And look up to them, young people, older people, who not really sure, people that really know what's going on, but just want to follow the most. People follow them.
Yeah, no doubt.
So they look like, sure, if he doing this, like, is this even true?
Or is
So
this
that's
okay?
tearing, is it okay?
Can I do that?
Yeah,
And
that's
now
tearing
what
the
you
nation
doing?
down.
Because that little leaven you putting in there, that little bit you putting out there ain't gonna do nothing but grow and fester amongst the whole.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you put a spoiled apple in the same place as a good apple, that good apple gonna start to spoil. So that's what that do with people. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people don't know what's going on with that, and we're not gonna speak too much on it because we not firsthand witnesses of that situation. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna go too deep into that. But it's some accusations out there concerning a certain elder or leader of, you know, a body of so-called Israelites. You know, and we ain't got to go too deep into it, but it's some real it's some real
shindigs going on.
Some real
shiggity, I say that.
I'm gonna say bullshiggity.
Yeah.
There's some real bullshiggity going on. You know what I'm saying? Or alleged to have been going on. You know, and the brother stepped down from his leadership position. So with that step down, that kind of makes it seem as though this thing may be true. You know what I'm saying? So if that be the case, hey man, listen, all of us have situations we deal with, but when it comes to certain sins like homosexuality and stuff like that, and certain freakisms, certain freakish things that people deal with, bro, the Most High tell us in the book, and see, this is why it's so hard to deal with those who be homosexuals. Now, we not saying that the Most High can't convert these people. We ain't saying that at all. But what we saying is it's hard to deal with them because these people are given over to a reprobate mind. Romans, the first chapter 12 tells you that. The Most High get these people because they knowing the Most High, denied him and give themselves over flesh, right? What does it say? Flesh.
I'm gonna get it right quick.
Yeah, pull it out. Yeah. Romans 1 and 20 something. 23. Yeah, folks, something like that. Watch this, y'all, because this is the thing with that spirit of homosexuality, man. It's a mental illness. It's a real mental illness, bro. And a lot of people, in America, they'll try to persecute you for that. We can say we want to say concerning that over here. Right? But go ahead. What's that? Romans?
It's Romans 1 and shoot.
They burned in their flesh. They burned, what it say? They burned in their flesh. And they got a reprobate mind.
God, dog.
Well, get it out. Let's get it.
I'm gonna start at 19. Because that which may be known of God is manifested in them, for the Most High have shown it unto them, for the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen.
See, look, so the invisible things of God, the invisible God, right? We can't see him, but but his evidence is clearly seen by the things that we can see, by the things created. So the invisible God, a lot of people say, hey, I can't see no God, I can't see this, but we can see the evidence that he exists.
Exactly.
Hey, look, there's banana tree behind me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There's lemon tree, these mango trees, me, him.
Waking up, going to sleep. Yeah.
The air we breathe, we can't see that, but we believe it.
Most definitely.
Go ahead.
For the invisible things of him from the creation of the worlds are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse.
So it ain't no excuse for homosexuality.
Exactly.
Because the Most High have evidence of the family, the holy family, the Godhead, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, which is the feminine, the mother.
Yeah.
The Holy Spirit is the mother. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. The family was created heavenly first, and it came into the earth. So you can't have no man and man creating the son.
Most definitely.
You see what I'm saying? So it was so it's no excuse for your homosexuality.
Even the Matthew 6, the Lord's Prayer tell you that in earth as it is in heaven.
Exactly. Exactly. On earth as it is in heaven. There you go. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 21, because that when they knew God.
Because they knew God. These people knew God,
Most definitely.
right? And this go for, the situation that we seeing, right? The brother knew God. Go ahead.
They glorify him not
They
as
didn't-
the Most High.
They didn't glorify him as the Most High. See, they words they would, because these people draw near him with their mouth, but not their mind. See, with their mouth, they'll talk all that junk.
I
And we do
love
that.
Jesus.
And we
I
do that.
love God.
Bro, I even been guilty of that.
Most definitely.
All of us have been guilty of that, right?
Mhm.
We had talked that talk, but when it comes for the walk in certain cases, right, we ain't ready for it.
Mhm.
But go ahead.
Neither were thankful,
Mhm.
but became vain in their imagination.
They became vain. They became puffed up, thinking that they have surpassed or they arrived. Go ahead.
And their foolishness, and their foolish hearts was darkened.
Mhm.
Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools.
So their foolish minds, their
Dang.
hearts, they foolish minds, right? They became puffed up and they became fools. They became fools because they got so high.
Mhm.
They got so proud. Go ahead, bro.
And changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into the image made like to corruptible man,
Mm-hmm.
and to birds,
Mhm.
and four-footed beasts, and
Mhm.
creepy things. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness
Mm-hmm.
through the lust of their own hearts.
Through the lust of their own mind, because they began to do what? Look at a 6-pointed star and say, this is the symbol of God.
Exactly.
Or this, that, and the
Star
third.
David,
Right,
or
this is the
whatever.
Star of David. Man, the Most High ain't got no symbols in the earth.
Exactly.
His symbols is what he told you from the beginning.
Keep the commandments.
Keep the commandments, but he told us from the beginning what he had. Genesis 1:14. He said he created the sun, the moon, the stars, the constellations for signs and for times and for seasons.
Yep.
That's what he did. All that other stuff that these people talking about, man, and stars and all of this crosses, ain't got nothing to do. Fishes ain't got nothing to do with the Most High. See, because they began to believe in those things, that puffed them up. They started putting prayer into these things. See, a lot of people don't even understand it.
That's why Abraham did what he did with his pappy,
Mhm.
when he was with them idols and stuff.
Yeah,
Who destroyed? You see the one still standing. He did it, being sarcastic, because he knew
Exactly.
there was some buffoonery.
exactly.
You worshiping a dang old thing that can't breathe,
None of
sleep,
that.
talk,
None of
eat, nothing.
And just because the Most High created these things for, he told us what he created them for. He didn't create these things for us to worship.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got the Muslims doing with the crescent moon and the star.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like you got the Christian church doing with the Sunday worship.
Mhm.
You know, so these things weren't created to be worshipped. These things were created as for signs, for
yeah.
seasons, for times, for days.
The creature more than the creator. That's
Exactly.
the same thing,
Yes.
ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
no
bro.
doubt. I just thought about that. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies
Mm-hmm.
between themselves,
Mm-hmm.
who's changed the truth of God into a lie,
Mm-hmm.
and worship and serve the creature more than the creator,
Mm-hmm.
who is blessed forever. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections.
Unto vile affections. See, because you want to go off from the Most High and his commandments, right? You want to go off into worshiping other gods. See, with these other gods come other ways of life.
Mhm.
Other ways of life come with these gods. So you're going to wind up falling into certain lifestyles that come with these gods.
Vile affections.
Vile affections. Let's find out what the vile affections be.
Yeah. All right. For this cause, God gave them unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use unto that which is against nature.
So the women started acting as though they men against their nature. They don't want to have babies no more.
Most down.
We was just talking about this earlier. You got women out there that done had 20, 25 abortions because they're against nature.
Most down.
They're against nature. The Most High said, be fruitful and multiply. You killing your seed because you're against nature. You've been given over to to a vile affection. And now that's just talking about that. We ain't even going into the homosexual side.
Exactly.
Come on.
Who changed the truth and God into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator who is blessed forever? Amen. For this cause, God gave them unto vile affection. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise, also the man leaving the natural use of the woman.
So the man left the woman. He left the natural use of a woman, meaning to procreate with a woman. Intercourse and procreation is the natural use of a woman. The man left, these men left the use of that. They went away from it.
Burn in their lust one towards another.
So they burned in their desires.
Ugh.
One towards another. Go ahead.
Man with man.
Men with men.
Working that which is unseemly.
Which is unseemly. That's unseemly. It's unseemly. That is cuckoo. It's unseemly.
Yeah.
What is this? God is looking at that like, what is this?
Man.
This is unseemly. I didn't create you to be this way. What is this? What good comes out of this? Besides doodle on a stick.
Taking the dirt road.
Yeah.
Nasty.
What
folks.
good come out of this?
Man. And likewise, also the man leaving the natural use of women, burning their own burning in their lust one towards another, man with man, working that which is unseemly and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. Here you go. And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, Ahia gave them over to a reprobate mind.
So he gave their minds over. It's a mental illness. It's a mental disease. So this is why it's hard to deal with people with that spirit. And a lot of times you might have a brother or sister who come around you who had that spirit on them, and you can't get that spirit an inch.
At all. Yeah.
Right? You cannot give it an inch because it desires. If you a man, and this guy is a man and he got that spirit on him, and that spirit see you showing it too much
showing too much attention or whatever.
Meekness
being too
if you're
humble.
too weak around that spirit, right? That spirit will take your kindness for weakness. And see, you will have an issue with it because it's a mental disorder. Right. And in order to deal with those people, you always got to remind them, hey, brother,
sis,
brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you got to let them know. Them sisters be grabbing their junk.
And I'm a real nigga.
You got to let them know, sis. Hey, sis. Remind them who they are because it's a mental disorder. They've been given over to a reprobate mind.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of these things we deal with, man, and it just is what it is. We gotta
and remember too, the title of it is reaping what you sown, right? And at the end of 27, it said, and receiving in themselves that recompense, that payback, reaping what you sown of their error, which was meat. So
exactly,
reaping what you sown. Thank the Most High you brought this out, because I forgot all about this jump, but it goes perfect, man. All praises, man.
All praises, because we was talking about, you know, the situation
with the
what's going on, and we can't ignore the elephant in the room. We understand what's going on. So we couldn't ignore that situation. But what we're not gonna do is speak on the situation as though we know about it, as though we got intel on it that ain't nobody else got. We ain't gonna do that, because out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses,
let all things be established.
And we didn't. We wasn't there.
Yeah.
But what we can say is, if that situation going on, there you go. You go there in scriptures, and you understand, because what you will know people by their fruits. You know what I'm saying? You see a brother operating, he got his hand like this or something, and he can't move it. You're like, hey man, fix your hand.
Super masculine, super
or
tough,
the one super hard all the time.
Man, them super bruised, have them dudes be on some weird stuff.
Yeah,
that's why Christ was saying what he's saying. The outside of the cup is clean, but the inside is filthy.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the perfect example. If that's true, look, the inside of your cup is filthy. You better clean it.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
There's some telltale signs when it comes to, you know, that spirit, man. And listen, we ain't out here to, dunk shiggity,
Yeah.
so to speak, on someone who may be trying to come out of that spirit. If you're trying to come out of it, man, all praises to the Father, and we pray that He give you strength so that you can make it through, because you're gonna need it.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that lifestyle because I've never dealt with it, but I deal with women, and I know how strong that is. Yeah. No, I'm saying I know how strong that is when it comes to a man and a woman.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't break that. You know what I'm saying? If a man desires women, you cannot break that. So if a man desires a man, then it's almost no breaking that too. But with the Most High, with Christ, we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. We can do all things. So you can make it. It may be a little harder than others. Understand it's going to be harder than others, but you can make it, man. We ain't out here to down you, when you was in your ignorance. But now that you know, the Most High requires you to repent.
Yeah.
All right.
Most doubt.
So that's all I want to say.
Yeah, most doubt. And that just segment right into what we're going through, reaping what you sow, because at the end of the day, you can get the first slide. At the end of the day, it's a major agenda being pushed through Babylon, especially when it comes to that lifestyle. And they try and push that thing all over the world, man. This stuff is reaching the heavens, and it's something I just got to do. I got to put a stop to this. So what we're going to do, we're going to slide into this first video real quick just to touch on how America might end. This is just a scenario. You know what I'm saying? This is not exactly what it is, but when you watch it, a lot of the stuff is very relevant to today. So let's slide into this thing real quick. How America ends. All right. First joint. Hit that like button, share, subscribe.
Every empire falls. Regardless of their reach or their might, they all fall down.
The British Empire's fleets were not enough. Persian civilization was not enough. Rome's riches were not enough. If every empire declines, is the American empire crumbling before our eyes?
We are well underway on the ride
For the
down.
first time in U.S. history, a convicted felon will sit in the Oval Office.
We work for the American people.
How does an empire die?
Tribes, armies, and organizations appear and devour the heritage of the former superpower, often from within.
And what we're not going to do is stand around while they pull this bullshit that they're trying to pull right now.
America is not the greatest country in the world anymore.
The House of Cards, known as the American Empire, is collapsing under the weight of its own contradictions, which can easily be seen by examining 3 key areas of previous empires.
When its people no longer believe in it, then does an empire begin to die.
Let's dive into the fall of Rome, the blueprint for greatness that America seems to be following, right down to its tragic unraveling.
Rome, at the height of its grandeur and its glory, a civilization so powerful it could never be conquered from without. Yet it found the seeds of its destruction within itself.
The Roman Empire was an unparalleled superpower of the ancient world. Its contributions, architecture, art, law, and philosophy are still seen, studied, and appreciated even today. Conquering vast territories and ruling over millions of people, it literally shaped the world in its image.
That is the Roman way.
Possibly the biggest and most epic contribution from Rome was its fall. But it didn't fall in a day. It fell slowly. It was death by 1,000 cuts.
Today, we'll compare Rome's deepest piercing wounds to America's
internal decay.
The ruling class owned bountiful homes, hundreds of slaves, and hosted lavish banquets for one another, reclining on silken couches, eating roasted peacock and honey-soaked dormice. Contrast that with the squalor of overcrowded and overpriced tenements, where the poor battled against broken-down buildings.
They were also susceptible to being on fire, collapse, and aided in the spread of disease. look, the Romans built this stuff, it must have been good for them to live there. No, for most of the people, they had an oppressive government that was stealing lots of stuff.
The wealthy avoided taxes through bribery and influence, while the commoners, their tax burden was increased repeatedly. And if, for some reason, they could not pay, the very real possibility of slavery loomed over all of their heads. Justice was for sale in the final days of the empire, as bribery swayed decisions in every corner.
Things got worse for the individuals as their big, intrusive government was stepping on them more and more. So what you started seeing was people actually leaving the Roman Empire voluntarily to go among the barbarians because life would be better.
Deep resentment festered in the empire, erupting into protests, uprisings, and violent riots. Now, what can this tell us about Rome's great-grandson, America?
The American dream.
The American dream. American dream.
The American dream.
Owning a home.
Because in a well-built house with adequate leisure, they can live and work as better Americans.
The American dream once promised that hard work would lead to success and a comfortable life. Today, this ideal seems out of reach for many Americans.
Living in America is freaking ridiculous right now.
I can't afford any of these apartments.
$1,800 for a one-bedroom apartment.
$1,400 for 485 square feet.
I guess I'll just live in my truck.
Today, financing the American dream in America is a far-fetched fantasy for most of America.
It's the new face of homelessness in America. Folks who are working full-time but with nowhere to live.
I would have never imagined that we would be homeless. Never.
When you're that hungry to steal bread from the restaurants behind the stores, you're hungry.
No break! No break! No break!
The gap between the rich and the rest of us is getting bigger as they have stagnated wages and their companies have exploded the cost of living.
Right now in the United States, we are facing a hunger crisis.
This pack of meat, $16.47. How are we supposed to feed our families like this, you guys? Like, what are y'all doing?
Compare the U.S. to almost any other advanced country, everything costs more. Doctors cost more, drugs cost more, devices cost more.
America is devolving into a country that is for the corporations and by the corporations.
It's like a big company, like a big corporation, America Incorporated.
Big pharma spreading addiction, con artist insurance companies, corporate landlords price-fixing entire cities. Even grocery stores are playing God, turning essentials into luxury items, blaming the supply chain and watching their profits soar.
Meanwhile, Tyson Foods, a major producer of chicken, beef, and hot dogs, increased its profits by 140% last quarter.
Elon Musk has been given access to the U.S. Treasury Department's vast payment system. The move essentially puts the government's multi-trillion-dollar checkbook in the hands of the world's richest man.
Blatant corruption, unchecked government, and unchecked corporations cause anger and frustration, which adds to the financial erosion of America.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
Not only is the nation crumbling financially, but the social fabric is unraveling also.
Americans are so furious about healthcare that they are straight up murdering CEOs in broad daylight.
Government-backed white supremacy, failure to protect the most vulnerable.
Atlanta, 2 students and 2 teachers were killed.
And reckless leadership driving the nation into chaos. All fuel an internal collapse of confidence and a complete breakdown of society.
It's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it.
The American empire has thrived because of 2 complementary forces, hard power and soft power. You can think of soft power as feminine, the ability to attract and entice, and hard power is masculine, the ability to enforce. Both persuade subordinates to do what you want them to do. Which brings us to our second symptom of imperial downfall, the loss of soft power. To understand soft power and its role in the downfall of empires, let's compare the USA to the very first superpower that ever existed, the Persian Empire. The Persian Empire was unique. It was established and governed primarily through soft power.
The first Persian Empire was founded by Cyrus the Great.
Cyrus created and maintained an empire thanks no doubt to his military savvy, but he was also a political genius. He was an excellent, benevolent manager of men. The Jews call him Mashiach, or anointed one. His own people called him Father, and even the Ionian Greeks whom he conquered called him a just and worthy lawgiver and ruler.
Cyrus the Great, a visionary leader and a ruler who was called out by name by the prophet Isaiah 150 years before his birth. Cyrus conquered all that he saw, a realm so vast that it stretched from the sun-baked plains of Mesopotamia to the rugged mountains of Central Asia. He freed the Jewish people from Babylon and built the first stable, sprawling government.
The Persian Empire under Cyrus the Great soon became the world's first superpower.
It was soft power at its finest. He abolished slavery throughout his entire empire. He allowed conquered kings to stay in their position over their people, and he allowed people the freedom of religion with a highly effective decentralized system. For as long as the leadership was strong and just, all of the subjects worked harmoniously under one flag for the good of the empire. After the reign of Darius the Great, the government became a toxic environment.
Kings became greedy and began stealing from the supply of riches. The people below the upper class started organizing riots. The satraps also became more independent. They even waged war on each other.
When the people stopped believing in the empire's moral high ground, it lost the intangible glue that held its vast territories together. Once the sprawling empire lost its soft power, it lost all that it had. And just like Persia, America manipulated soft power to become the most powerful nation the world has ever seen.
This is the big picture.
Since the end of World War II,
The first atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
America didn't just win the war, it won the world. After showing the world that it had the most destructive power known to man, and the moxie to use it, the USA, the most charismatic and feared salesman the world had ever seen, sold the idea of a wholesome, democratic American dream. After creating international organizations to control the world's currency, the USA set off on a PR campaign to position itself as the architect of a new world order, where its power would be unrivaled. And it wasn't just economic power, it was soft power. Hollywood, pop culture, American capitalism, and the promise of a just democracy became America's calling card, even though America's credibility has been suspect since day one. To maintain the charade and influence the planet the way America wants to influence the planet,
we have led by our example as a shining city on a hill.
Relax. Okay, breathe. You're doing fine. You're talking fine.
the world needs to believe in American moral authority and in the dream that it sells. The American product seems to have lost a lot of its appeal, and the mask has come off, both at home.
Yes. Full pardon.
He will be the first president to enter the White House as a convicted felon.
And abroad. America has toppled democracies, weaponized the dollar, sponsored ethnic cleansing, committed atrocious human rights violations.
We tortured some folks.
From the world's move toward de-dollarization to a fading global influence in technology, media, and diplomacy, America's soft power is unraveling. When soft power fails, empires lean on hard power to enforce their will.
That brings us to our final symptom of a sick and dying empire: world domination by hard power. And a great example of hard power unseating a world leader is the British colonial empire. The British Empire looked and acted exactly how you think a colonial empire would, with tyranny, conquest, and resource extraction at its core. It ruled over 400 million people, almost a quarter of the planet at its height. They relied on their military to establish and maintain power. Wars in their colonies, wars at sea, and wars at home, they ruthlessly crushed all resistance for centuries. After a string of costly and humiliating defeats and the massive expense of rebuilding after World War II, Britain was devastated, unable to defend its territories abroad or sustain its citizens at home. The sun had finally set on the British Empire. As Britain's empire crumbled, another was already rising to take its place.
$110 billion into Ukraine.
The Vietnam War.
The war in Afghanistan.
The United States launched its invasion of Iraq.
Trillions spent and no victories to show for it.
The United States has been by far the chief supplier of arms to Israel.
Commitment to Ukraine's ability to defend itself with the announcement of over $3 billion.
$45 billion.
$500 million.
A $2.5 billion military assistance.
But if you keep throwing money that you can't or won't spend to develop your country inside, you're developing a recipe for the collapse of an empire. That's how the British Empire, the Roman Empire, the Greek Empire, that's how they came to their end.
I'm gonna say it again. America's not a country. It's a business.
War is America's biggest business. United States has been at war almost continuously since World War II, finessing its hard power into massive profits for America's most wealthy. The defense spending of the United States is greater than the next 9 nations combined.
There will always be times when it is necessary and just to use force.
Any excuse, any provocation, at home or abroad, the U.S. will be there. There is no place on earth not covered by the empire's military bases. It's not personal. It's strictly business. War is always financially beneficial for the United States of America. The Iraqi oil reserves, the rare earth in Afghanistan, defense contractors in Vietnam, Korea, as contradictions nullify soft power, the empire leans into brutality.
Weaponizing the U.S. dollar against allies and adversaries.
Abandoning diplomacy for desperation.
You can carry out an unprovoked attack on our economy. Your consumers will pay more and your workers will make less. Gas prices will skyrocket. You will turn a loyal friend into a resentful neighbor, forced to match tariff with tariff and to seek friends everywhere else. And our enemies will grow stronger.
Fueling resistance and causing powerful coalitions to come together against it. From BRICS nations to defiant regional alliances, rivals are strengthening ties through trade and diplomacy.
You can always count on the Americans to do the right thing after exhausting all other possibilities.
In the end, America will not be conquered by outside powers. She'll collapse under the weight of her own arrogance and contradictions. The empire's foundation rots from within, weighed down by corruption, debt, and a military that serves profits over people. In the end, it won't be an enemy's army that brings the U.S. down.
The military-industrial complex is the one that benefits from this.
What happens when this thing collapses? What happens when the columns start buckling? Are we not in some early stage of that at this present hour? Or are we seeing like the collapse of the empire?
So is that what we seeing? Are we seeing the collapse of an empire? Has the United States, is the United States beginning to reap
what they saw,
what is sown? Is that the case? Right?
Are they reaping what they sown? And if anybody in the chat hear us or are paying attention or whatever, if you got any knowledge on this type of information, put in the chat, what's the longest extent of an empire? Put in the chat, how long have an empire lasted in history? What's the longest extent? And once you get that information, look up how long the U.S. been in rulership. And you will see that it's coming close to that extent. Low key, it's so close, it might be 1 year away. It ain't no might. Truthfully, it's 1 year away to that the length of an empire. It's literally 1 year away. But anybody get a chance, look it up. You know, man, we did that on a podcast a couple of months or about a year ago or whatever.
I think that was probably a few months ago we did that. Yeah, but that's the truth, man. And the crazy part about it is what you see Obama say. He said, yeah, we had to torture some folks. Didn't he say that?
He did too, and it was real quick.
Yeah. But the crazy thing is, this is what an imperialist empire does. Imperialist empires, the word imperialism means to go and colonize through military force or whatever force you can. And as we see it today, what do you got your Donald Trump doing right now? He said he getting ready to take over Mexico, Greenland, and he and Benjamin Netanyahu done already knocked and ran through Gaza. And they said that Donald Trump said, "Hey, that'll be a nice spot to have like a French Riviera or something." So he said, "Let's kick all the people out, kick all of the Palestinians who were there. We're gonna kick them out, and we're gonna take that over because why? They're imperialists, just like their father or their mother. Rome, the Roman Empire was the same way. Rome never died, y'all. Rome just reformed itself. And this is why when you read the scriptures, you read the Bible, it talks about how Christ will come back and destroy the Roman Empire. A lot of people thinking like, man, how could that be when the Roman Empire had been taken down a long time ago? Well, in the book of Revelations, it's likening. You see, this place ain't calling itself Rome, but everything it does is similar. Right after the traits of the Roman Empire.
You can see everything. Their idols, their statues, they all that bull crap.
Everything.
Just like Rome.
Everything. And the same people who was running Rome is running modern day Babylon or the United States of America today. Right? And how did it build itself?
What, America?
How was America built?
Our blood.
So the seeds that was sown by America was bloodshed. And bloodshed upon who? The people. The same people that built the country had to shed blood to build it under those who were the overseers. So what you seeing now? Are you seeing a turning of the tables?
I'm glad you did that because I was already thinking of all that. That's why I was like, man, this boy about to flow. Let him flow.
Are you seeing a turning of the tables? Right? Are you seeing that seed that they planted begin to manifest itself? Is that what you seeing? Is that what we seeing?
So the seed and look like something evil is growing up out of what they done sowed in the earth.
You plant an evil seed, you're gonna harvest an evil fruit.
Most definitely.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah. I listen, honestly and truthfully, this brother sent me everything for this, but I never looked at it until today. That's the first time I saw the video. That's the first time we had this conversation concerning any of these things. So what we doing is really just we just going in, right? And that's just what it is.
We use all these videos and stuff as talking points to give people insight, because a lot of people ain't gonna research the way we do or the next person. I'm not saying we got all the info. I'm not, but we use our platform to give insight to the world. Showing people like, look, this is what's going on. If you ain't gonna research, we ain't got nothing else to do. Why not? We can give it to you. We'll research. So just tune in, like you say in the chat, help us get in this algorithm, get this message out, because this is what the Most High put on us to give to y'all. So help us out, man. We ain't trying to be famous and popular. We just trying to get the word of God out here, warn the people.
Hey, let's keep it all the way real too, right? Let's be all the way real. And I ain't tripping because I know this uploading the Rumble as well, so I ain't even tripping on how we about to bring this and the things that we getting ready to say. YouTube might strike us, but this message still gonna get out there, right? Y'all gonna get that Rumble channel. Y'all gonna Royal Scepter of Yeshaya on that Rumble. Y'all will be able to check this out, right? But I gotta say it, because they would have you believe that America was built on the common white man, that it was just the common white man who enslaved so-called Negroes and destroyed the so-called Native American and had these people build the country and all of that, right?
Right.
But it was something key in that video. It talked about how America would take over the finances, because what they did was they were the greatest salesmen or something. It said in there, right?
Yeah.
To the point where they began to where the US dollar became the dollar that the whole world would covet. Right now, how did that happen? Now, See, you got to follow the money when it comes to this. You got to follow the money because the Federal Reserve is not a government institution.
Exactly.
The Federal Reserve is owned by a private institution.
Yeah.
Okay, you can look it up. Okay, these are the Rothschilds. Okay, the Jewish, so-called Jewish people. These are the people who owned the banks, owned Wall Street, owned slaves, and the slaves were the first currency of the U.S.
Yeah.
The slaves were the first currency of the U.S. Okay, so when you would go to a bank and get a loan, you was going to get slaves to help you on your plantation, and you would pay the bank by what those slaves produced until you were able to pay them off, just like you do a car today. It's no different. All right, and these institutions got rich based off of free labor. These are the seeds that were sown in America. These are the seeds that were sown. All right, now I don't know if you wanted to go into that type of talk.
No, it don't matter. Sure, we just flowing with moving with the ocean because, like you said, that video had a bunch of important stuff, and people don't realize why is that place falling. Because you can look at that video and see a lot of similarities of what's going on in your everyday life. That's why a lot of us took the opportunity while we could to departure because we seen it. That's why Christ said, "What? Blessed are your eyes that you see, and your ears that you hear." We seen this stuff. So when you get the chance and the opportunity, get up out the way because you don't want to be there when this thing completely fall and thinking at the last minute you can get on a plane because you got pilots.
Exactly.
Or get on a boat and go over. No, none of that junk is not about to work. We had all this time. Why would you wait till the last minute? You see this stuff falling. Don't let these leaders, these blind leaders, lead you to destruction. Because why? The blind lead the blind.
They shall both fall in it.
They both gonna fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Listen to Christ, man. This word, this information, this Bible, the gospel is a roadmap to be ahead of time.
I don't want to leave an incomplete statement like what I just said about that. Now I was saying that for a reason, right? Because a lot of our people will look at the so-called white man and will blame that man and say, you are the cause of my plight, right? You the cause of my situation. But it wasn't that. See, those white people came later. The majority of them, the Irish and the Italians and all of these people. These people came later after after our people, our ancestors were freed from slavery. Okay, that was a certain people who began this thing and started this thing. Right, and this is why these are the top lobbyists within your over there in DC. These are the top lobbyists.
So check it out. What's going on now? Say for instance, military soldiers, UN soldiers, whatever, who don't care about them to usurp once again. And that's what's going on. They bringing people in, and
they're still doing it to this day.
To this day, that's basically what I'm saying. They still doing it to this day. Folks don't see it. They do it every day. You wonder why kids getting knocked off left and right, Negroes getting shot down in these streets, getting beat up with whatever. Because these people probably some foreigners who perpetrate themselves as Europeans, not even knowing, not knowing that. Look. We think they white, but in reality, they some type of Sabines or something. What the scripture say, Sabines, we'll sell them to some Sabians far. But this just just a talking point because our people need to wake up and realize this place is falling. And when Rome fell, ancient Rome fell, what happened? They opened them gates up and the flood. It was just all types of people just coming in. What just happened in America recently, a couple of years ago? They opened them gates up, and it was just a flood of people just coming in. But who did they stop? Remember, they stopped them Jamaicans or Haitians, I think it was, down there at the border. They stopped them Haitians down there at the border, had the Mexicans on them horses with whips and stuff. But yeah, at the same time, they got them El Salvador's coming right across it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this might be another topic or something, but I be trying to bite my tongue on this with the information coming out. Like, if these people the same people as us, why was they allowed to come in? But yet you got the Haitians stuck down there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? These nappy head niggas down there couldn't come in, but these stringy head niggas can come in. Come on now, I don't know, but that's just another topic. But I was just touching on that with the end of Rome, how they open them gates up and allow all types of people to come in. It's the same thing. How America in. They allow people to come in, inflations, all types of stuff.
And see, what they do is, and see, this how you know they all in cahoots, right? Because they make it seem as though they put an incompetent president in, right? And they like, okay, this guy incompetent, he this, and then you got this other guy talking crazy who's a convicted felon. You got a president who's a convicted felon, right? Right? Your commander in chief,
so they say,
is a convicted felon.
Oh yeah, that's what they say.
Right. So, but hey,
we just seen it in the video.
All right, but okay. So, and see that was brought forth to appeal to the people, especially our people. But yeah, that's just how it's displaying. But what I would say is they all in cahoots. See, you had Joe Biden placed in where he was placed to do exactly what he did.
Most definitely.
And now you get and then all of that stuff that they had going on through the Biden administration, where it was where they was talking about Trump was putting lawsuits in saying that he stole the election, and stuff like that. All of that stuff was nothing but distractions, and all of that stuff was to pump Trump up. So next time he run, he can get the world behind him, or the country behind him, because the video said when the country stops believing, then the empire fall. So they needed somebody. They needed somebody who the people would believe in. And see, that's why I said the convicted felon and all of those things placed on this guy, and then the shooting at him with the whatever they was talking about. He had the patch on his ear and all of that. All of these things was for the people to begin to get behind this guy, to believe in the country again, so that it can continue. Because they understand exactly what was just brought forth in this video. They understand that when the people begin to have distrust or disbelief in the place in which they reside, then they won't work hard for it no more. They won't talk good about it no more. They won't. Everything about it will become negative, and the people will give up on it. And without the people, you have no country.
Exactly.
And this is what they understand.
So what that goes into, a nation divided surely can't stand.
Yeah.
Because even before then, remember a couple of years ago, you got down in like Texas and all them. They going against what was some other states, basically showing how it was divided.
You had 25 states. Beefing against the other 25 states.
So they were divided then
on the border situation.
The nation was been divided. Ain't nowhere in the world this place standing. It's over,
bro. All of that stuff was orchestrated. All of those things were engineered, man. All of those things was put in place to get people, because why? Okay, this the thing. People began to have distrust. After really George Bush, George W. Bush.
That was the real start of it when it comes to that.
After George W. Bush, that's when the distrust set in. And they was like, give us anybody, a black man, we don't care. And they went and voted. Everybody went and voted for Obama. Brought him in, and what he do? He brought forth the homosexuals.
Exactly.
He brought forth the homosexual agenda. Why? To push the country into further demoralization. Because why? We told you that's a mental disease. And then as soon as he began to push that, now you see all these commercials for mental illness and all of these things. Why? Because the people mentally destroyed. All for the because they've been given to a reprobate mind. They've been given over. So bam, you got Obama come, right? Now after he come in, now you get Trump playing the cleanup man. And he come up and clean up Obama's mess. This is stage. These people are placed in position to do exactly what you see them doing, but you don't understand what they're doing because it's a slow process.
Yep. What we just watched in that the soft
rulership or something.
South. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. That's the man. It's all the above over there.
Yeah.
Sad to say, that's everything over there that's going on is the Truman Show. You step outside that dang on box, you open that door, and you realize, hold up, that's a wall the whole time. Yeah, actually, ain't that what he was building? A wall?
Yeah.
I didn't think about it, but but hey,
yeah,
that you step outside that box. It's the next.
Not yet.
Okay, you step outside that box the whole time. It was a wall,
and
folks
it was a dome.
That's dome. That's what it was. A dome. Remember on The Simpsons when they were playing baseball and the ball went so high it cracked the top of that dome. Not saying I'm into the Simpson theory, like folks they be speaking the truth. I'm not saying it, but it wasn't what he was saying with that dome thing. Look, man, we believe in the scriptures, not no animation, but they all in the same world, so they know what's going on as well. So you could pick and choose, what to put with it. Discern the spirit, basically. So yeah, but we ain't with that Simpson theory thing. Touch on that.
Yeah, man. Everything you seeing on your television screen, especially when it comes to the political arena, what they doing is it's all a play or a ploy to get you to gain the minds of the people. They want to pull you back in. So they doing whatever they can. And it's crazy because I can see, because I'm from the outside looking in. I understand the play. So I can look at it from the outside looking in, and I can look at it and see every move that they doing. And it's crazy. I'm sitting back looking, and then when I hear people, they come to me, or I can see posts on social media or whatever. Man, you got family members arguing, full-blown arguments concerning these policies that these people coming with. See, patriotism. And see, patriotism is what they need. This is what America needs to continue to thrive.
Make people feel like they got a voice.
Exactly.
We're the rule.
Exactly. Because without the patriotism, you have no country, because the people are what makes the country.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you reap what you sow, and eventually, what they say, the roosters come home, the hens come home, the roosts or something like that,
or something like that. I know what you're saying.
However that saying go.
We some old heads when you think of stuff like that.
Yeah, but no, that's real talk.
It is. Yeah.
You cannot create your country on that. Yeah. We had a little technical situation right there. We might have those periodically through this through this particular stream, but it'll be all right. Just work with us.
Can y'all hear us? Let us know. Make sure everything good, man.
Yeah, but like we were saying though, you cannot build a country on all of those, murder, rape, robbery, piracy. You cannot build a country on that and expect your country to thrive for a long time. You cannot expect the people who those crimes were perpetrated against to not smarten up and want to either get away from you or have retaliation. You cannot expect that. That's foolish to expect that.
But then turn around and try and use them same laws that they say in God we trust, them same biblical laws to convict someone.
Exactly.
How you gonna sit here and do some old wicked stuff talking about in God we trust, but turn around and when somebody do the same thing, you try and convict them?
Exactly.
Talking about no stealing, thou shalt not steal. Oh, you getting 25 to life, thou shalt not murder. How many people y'all murdered? How many lands y'all stole? Heritage. Y'all stole. How much covetousness y'all did? And then y'all pushed the natives to the reservations. That's covetousness right there. Y'all coveted what they had already. And say, we'll give y'all this up here. Remember, you reap what you sow. No matter who or where you at, You put that mess out, it's gonna backfire. That's why your words smoother than butter, but deep down in your heart there's war. Because if you come straight out, folks gonna get you together, straight up. Because you really don't have hands or whatever like that. That's why war is in your heart, because y'all have artillery. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they ain't got no hands like that
at all.
Hey,
it's rare if you get one like that. He might have some of that dang on DNA that we got in him. If he do, because a lot of them sucker MCs be climbing mountains. They don't really be throwing them joints like that. That was some jokey joke stuff, but it's all good. Thanks, Shabaya, all good. All praises, man.
And the crazy part, like you say that, and it sounds funny.
Yeah.
But the scriptures tell you that the Most High blessed our hands. It's our hands that was blessed. And see, that's why they don't, you know, when it come down to it, they don't want to get down with us like that. They coming with the weapons.
Yeah.
You know. But not you know, not even to go even that far.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Not even
to
to go even that far.
Yeah. It's just basically touching on like what we seeing with the Trump situation. They taking through weaponry and stuff, because a lot of places don't have it. And that, you know what, that could segment straight into the next joint.
And that's true. A lot of places don't have the weaponry. They don't have the weaponry. And this is how, and see, even when it comes to Ukraine, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's segment into the next.
Okay, all right, we're gonna go to it. But even when it comes to Ukraine, the way we back in.
I'll praise it.
Yo, sorry about that. Sorry about that. We back in there though. Yeah, we back in there. But yeah, like we was saying, when it come to the it just, you know, this is a little behind.
Okay.
But yeah, like we was saying, if y'all can hear us, you know, we back in here. If you can hear us, you know, let us know you can hear us if you're still in here. We had a little issue, but you know, we back in. All right. Now, like we were saying though, all the artillery that the United States was giving over to the Ukraine, all of those was old stuff, right? And like we were saying, Putin was over there. He was having a field day with that stuff. He was like, shoot, what they gave you?
Stuff misfire.
You know what I'm saying?
They gave you a 22 and you in a war?
Man, they dropping all kind of ammunition out the you know, the everything just, and they losing men over there. So a lot of stuff that Trump was saying wasn't no lie. They losing men over there. They dying. They dying over there. The Ukraine used to be a part of Russia anyway.
USSR.
Right. All of that stuff used to be, but and see, this is I believe that thing was set up back then for what we seeing now as well. You know. Yeah. I believe all of that stuff was set up because that's what they do. That's how they get down. You know. But yeah, man. Yeah, we back in here.
Like you were talking about with Zelensky too.
Yep.
Like he know a lot of his people is dying. But he like it sounds funny right here. He like Jada Pinkett don't set it off. I'm in the bun, Nate. All the hood dudes, y'all in here, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm in the bun, Nate.
Hey, that's what Zelensky.
Zelensky, yeah, he Jada Pinkett.
Hey, he about to go on and lay down with, you know, because he in the bind.
But check it out though. Hey, he gonna be like, you know what? I ain't gonna give it up this time. I'm gonna go to the other folks. Let me see what he talking about first though. He might offer a little bit more. Let me see. Man. Yeah, man. Hey, these people though are bullies. And what I mean by these people is the US. They bullies. Don't nobody like bullies at all. And it's gonna come a point where, like the brother said, this dude gonna speak prophetic. Zelensky, he gonna speak prophetic information to this dude, and they not gonna like it.
Oh, they gonna hate it.
You can't tell us that. Hey, I ain't gonna put it before the horse, but they not gonna like the prophet. But we was talking the other day, and like you said, there was some real stuff. Who knows? Maybe the Most High was warning the world right in front of man on broad live TV. Most High probably was talking, put a spirit on his brother to say what he said for a reason. Because the time is coming near. And anybody that's watching or come across this video, take heed to what he about to say. Now ain't the time to be playing around Shabbat Shalom, Sunday church, and blah blah. This ain't the time for that. This dude ain't say what he said for no reason, man. Pay attention to what this brother about to say, man.
And the Most High always use those with a platform like this to speak to the people. And those who got a spiritual eye, if those with ears, if you can hear, hear. If you got eyes to see, see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you don't, hey man, move around.
Keep going.
You know what I'm saying? Don't come over here talking to us about nothing because you ain't gonna get no response
at all.
You know? But hey, we about to go ahead and get this cracking.
Check out the message.
What's your message for them?
Well, if I didn't align myself with both of them, you'd never have a deal. You want me to say really terrible things about Putin and then say, "Hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal?" That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America. And for the good of the world, I'm aligned with the world. And I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred. And I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way. So that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I want to respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now the President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014 and
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
that's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same. The people are been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him. A lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire, all of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract, yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this.
So Zelensky just said, we signed a ceasefire. We did this before with past presidents. So what diplomacy are you talking about? In other words, I don't trust you. As I'm sitting here right now, this is what Zelensky is saying. I don't trust you to live up to what it is that this deal that we supposedly doing.
Yeah.
And why should he? When it's a known fact that Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin are friends.
Right. Let me get this right quick. This is diplomacy meaning for those who don't know. The profession activity, or skills of managing international relations. This is what he's talking about. This is an international relations. This is why he don't trust them, because he said we done signed a ceasefire, we done did this, that, etc. But y'all still on that bull crap. They say international relation, typically by a country's representative abroad. The art of dealing with people in a sensitive and tactful way. So diplomacy
in a sensitive and tactful way.
Yeah, exactly.
But see, they took the sensitivity out of it and just used the tactful, because what they would do is they would sign these treaties and so-called ceasefires, which is a treaty, right? And they would have certain guidelines within the contract that they signing that these people that the other side are not honoring.
No.
They're not honoring them. Like he said, we have prisoners that were supposed to be released that weren't released, and things of that sort. So why should I trust you now just because you're Donald Trump?
Exactly.
When these other presidents before you, I couldn't trust them.
Check out the pride and the boastfulness in Trump. Now that you asked that, how can I trust you? Watch how this dude reply.
And I'm not saying I'm not, and see, I'm looking at this from the shoes of Zelensky.
Yeah.
I'm not a brother that's sitting up here and gonna say, oh yeah, this is right, because I'm not the type of brother that's gonna say, hey, just because this my people or this because this that is right. No, right is right, wrong is wrong. Right? So
watch the pride in this man. How can I trust you? Well,
here, you want to play?
Come on. He gonna hit him. He hit him with the Bill Gates wall
in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Are you agree you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what.
God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. Don't feel now, but you will feel.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You will feel it in the future.
That's the prophetic warning.
Most definitely. But when he's talking about them, he starts speaking that prophetic stuff. Yeah.
And see, maybe he don't even know what he's saying, right? Or maybe he do. Who knows? But what I will say is, this is the prophetic warning right here. He said you don't feel it because you have nice oceans. In other words, you're not in a landlocked country like they are.
Yeah.
Right? Where you have the enemy who can just walk right into your back door, front door. Right?
Yeah.
But the United States has the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans that acts as a wall or barrier from enemies.
So you
right?
can
So
see them coming.
Right. So it's only ways that you're going to have to use your Navy, and you're going to have to use the Air Force, which is the Navy. You're going to have to use the Navy in order to attack America.
Yep.
But what Zelensky is saying is, listen, we don't have that luxury, right? Because you can bring tanks. You can bring anything right up
in there.
You can come right on up in here. But he's saying, like, look here, you will feel it in the future. Do you hear what he's saying? You will feel it in the future. Prophecy. Bible prophecy. And see, they don't even understand this because of the patriotism is blinding a lot of these people.
Exactly.
They don't understand what he's saying here. So most people would get behind Trump because those words that he said right there is a direct attack against everything that the people love.
No, definitely.
Everything that they love. And so they'll throw logic out the window.
It's that of common sense.
Exactly.
Keeping it in.
They'll throw it out the window.
Mm-hmm.
And hold on to the emotion.
Yep.
The emotional sentiment. Oh no, bro. What he saying?
He just speaking out
What
of
he
anger.
saying?
He just mad because they losing.
Right.
Bruh. Like we were saying earlier, the Most High could be speaking to the people who know better.
Mm-hmm. Those that have eyes to see, ears to hear.
If you know better, you do better. And the Most High could be speaking to us through this. Well, what I mean by us is those that still behind, but know the word. Those who say they in the truth. The Most High could be warning, because I forgot what scripture it is, but it talk about those who was disobedient, they knew better. There's a penalty for that.
Mm-hmm.
Following man and talking about all this other stuff. Man, forget man. Reserve you and your family according to the Most High word. Because this man is sending a serious warning and he's not lying. We could see the storm coming. What he used to say, the boiling pot, the frog in the boiling pot, that's what's going on. The pot boiling now. The frog is cooking now. It's almost time to serve. It's almost time to serve. Those who know better, y'all better get out the way. Forget what man talking about, what anybody talking about. Do what you feel is in your heart. That's my warning to y'all. While he warning America, I'm warning y'all. Do what's in your heart according to the Most High. If you feel like you gotta go, go. Like the Ak was saying earlier, we here for whoever. You ain't even got to come here, but we just here to give insight on what you have to do for the next move if you need help. Shoot. Bro, this dude's serious. Y'all got waters, but it ain't gonna last too long. Y'all got waters, okay. Okay, you can be comfortable. Hey, you got guns in your house, but eventually somebody gonna come in there.
Especially when it's more than one nation against you.
Most definitely. It's only so much you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely. I ain't even thinking about that. Yeah, straight up.
Especially now, what you doing? Now you putting tariffs and see, look, check this out. Now you putting tariffs on the Canadians, right?
You putting the cart before the horse, brother.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Which is right north of you.
Most definitely.
Right now what you doing? Now you creating an enemy right next door. And that enemy now can align itself with your enemies because they now have a common enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And so now those waters ain't protecting you no more because now you landlocked with an enemy.
At all. What they say? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. We learned that over there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But see, that's what you got going on.
Yeah.
And then Mexico, you're trying to take over that.
Most definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
So, the places which are landlocked to you, now you're creating enemies with them. And then you got enemies abroad. So you got to take all of these things into consideration because now you can have armies come through the places in which are landlocked to you. And you can have the Navy of these places come from the oceans.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's not looking so good anymore. See, everybody get behind Trump. Yeah, this week. Yeah. That patriotism.
The great white hope.
The patriotism, I'm telling you, will be the destruction of you.
Oh, the pride.
Exactly.
You were just saying something too that was key.
Mm-hmm.
Taking up like Mexico's and the green, all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The enemy right next door to you, Canada and all this. But I remember reading the script. I can't remember exactly what. I ain't read it in a minute. But they talk about those who he made a covenant with has even one came against you.
Mm-hmm.
They done made covenant with all these people. Oh, we want to invade your territory. That's you. We just here.
Mm-hmm.
But now you going into these places taking their stuff, bro. You think they're not about to allow you to get up out the way so they can have their peace of mind for a time being?
Mm-hmm.
Man, folks got to be a fool to think that ain't gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody come up in my house and I can't do nothing. I'm gonna figure out a way to fix it. Yeah. we gonna be conniving.
And see, that patriotism is the great blinder. It's putting blinders on not just the people, but The rulers,
Yeah.
those who are in power, are drunk with this patriotism, right? Because they so anxious, they so adamant to make America great again. And in attempting to do so, now you're going to step on the toes of those, who were aligned with you.
Yeah. Dude, we're gonna talk about that too.
Yeah. So let's go ahead with it. Unless you got something more to go.
Bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't know
God
that.
bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on
position
this
to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influenced.
We're going to feel very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influenced.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the
the
cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
Right now, you don't.
I'm very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're gambling
I'm
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III.
What do you
You're
speaking
gambling
about?
with
What are you
World
speaking
War
about?
III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's
with
back
all
to
respect to
you.
your
Far
country.
more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not
Yeah.
speaking loudly. Your country's
Can I-
in big
can-
trouble.
can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this.
I...
You have a damn good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
Yes. What about
if you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course he has.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of
except
times
that there,
thank you
except
to
that,
American people.
except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to.
Now you see that Trump said he think it's good for the American people to see this. Why? Because he understands that he needs the American people to be behind him. He needs to be backed on this, because the fall of a country first comes with the disbelief in the country, right? When the people of the country begin to have disbelief in it, then that's the beginning of the fall. You see? So that's exactly why he just said that. He said, I wanted the people to hear this. I wanted them to hear this. Why? Because that patriotism is being instilled in the people through this segment
program.
Here. Because why? It's all emotion and not logic. No one is paying attention to what he said. Nobody said, why did he say that we're going to feel this soon? Why did he say that?
But they're more concerned about him saying nothing's going to, you can't tell us that.
Yeah.
You're not in no position. They more concerned about that.
Yeah. Trump should have been like, hold on, what you talking about? What kind of intel do you have? What kind of intel do you have? I would have stopped him right then. Like, hold on. You saying we gonna feel this? Now tell me why are you saying that? You know, that would have been the smart thing to do. Why are you saying that? Because he may have some intel that he can trade with you, and he might have been willing to do it.
If you humble yourself, proud guy.
Exactly. You see?
That dude, man, they trying to get this dude to bow the whole time.
Yeah.
Dudes like this is a stand-up guy for his people. I'm not about to sit here and bow down to you for some buffoonery, knowing y'all backstabbed us before. Where's them prisoners at that we already had a covenant on?
Exactly. Exactly.
Dudes like this is a stand-up guy.
Exactly.
They just want. These are the bullies, man. Folks get tired of bullies. When you was in school, you got tired of a bully. What you do? You finally just swing like, leave me alone, and knock him out. What you think they're gonna do? They're gonna hit him with the leave me alone. Shoot, man.
Yeah. So that's all we saying, man. We pointing out the things that everybody overlooked. Everybody overlooked this. Now, am I mad that Trump came from the way he did? I'm not mad at the way he came. He did what he was supposed to do. He said what he was supposed to say. But at the same time, he missed something, because I would have asked him, what kind of intel you got that you telling me that we gonna experience this thing? What is this? Talk to me in front of my people, so that we can figure out and devise a plan together, and the people will really know that I'm for them. You see?
Yeah.
That would have been a better way to do it. You done invited the man into your house.
And that's what he said. You invited me to speak. Like,
Yeah.
why is y'all trying to bully me? That's what he was saying. It was around this area.
Because they want him to bow. And then you had the reporters in here, these people asking him stupid questions like, why you don't wear a suit and stuff like that. Like, what that got to do with anything? When you have the crown prince coming from Arabia, he ain't got no suit on.
You got a hijab and a turban and whatever they be rocking.
Yeah, these people wear a suit is not their culture. That's not their culture. That's disrespectful to ask somebody that, whether it be your house or not your house. You asking the question in. That's disrespectful. You understand that these people come from a different way of life, and for you to ask that question is totally disrespectful. But let's go.
To be thankful. You don't have the cards.
Thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying. You're running low on soldiers. Listen, you're running low on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
With guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't with me.
For you what,
that wasn't with me. That was with a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person.
That was with Obama. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry.
It's going to be a tough deal to make, because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden, because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was
Yeah, I think we get the point with that, right? I think we get the point with that. You know, that's you know, the man came in there. I didn't see. Now I know he was he was speaking harshly against Putin.
Mm-hmm.
But why not? These people been killing each other's people back and forth for what, the last 3 years?
About 3 years, yeah. And that's what dude was saying.
Right.
Like, he been killing my people.
It's been going on for 3 years. How could you how could you speak in a nice way concerning someone who's been killing your people?
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Yeah.
How could you? And so I wouldn't expect him to come in there, whether he was campaigning for the war against Russia or whatever. I wouldn't expect him to come in there. I don't care if we was signing a ceasefire or a peace treaty. Just because we signing a ceasefire, that don't take away all of the things that you've done to my people.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Right? So I understand where he coming from, and Trump, I understand. See, Trump is a businessman. The way he was speaking was he trying to get a deal done.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he exhausts all of his resources. If you understand how business is done, he was speaking just like anybody would who has the upper hand in a business deal.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. He
bringing him to his field.
Right.
Don't let him lead. I'm a lead, and you're gonna have to negotiate my way.
Exactly. That's why he telling them, like, you ain't got no cards. I got all the cards.
Yeah.
So you might as well come on over here and give us those resources that we need that y'all got.
Minerals
and then we'll give y'all the security that you looking for.
Well,
and then it won't even be security, because he was asking for security, but it won't even be security. It's just gonna be a treaty.
Exactly.
And this was his problem was. Zelensky was asking for security, but because Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin are friends, right? Because they friends, he ain't gonna put no security over there on that side with Ukraine.
The quickest way to get backstabbed.
Because now you're gonna have that. Now you become an enemy to your friend.
Exactly. Because you protected something that they want.
Exactly. So what do? You put a contract out there that says, hey, we got this treaty or whatever. So, and what Zelensky's saying, like, look, I know y'all friends.
Yeah.
How can I trust you?
Knowing that you deal with him.
Exactly. I can't trust you with that.
Yeah. That's only smart to protect his people. Like we were saying, though, instead of sending people to fighting, won't them two get in the ring and throw them hands?
Yeah.
Shoot the fair one, cuz.
Yeah. Or you take your greatest soldier. I take my greatest soldier. And if they want to fight, hey, you want to fight? Okay. Whoever win, y'all win. If that still ain't enough, then me and you you go at it.
And get down. You want to get down?
To go. But you see this is how cowardly to me that is.
Yeah.
It's cowardly because you two men have an issue with each other, but you're gonna send all of these people's babies to go and die.
And patriotically, people will look at that like, yeah, he got a problem. We got a problem. Not really thinking like, hold up. Well, they don't even, half these people don't even know what they fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing as in the U.S. A lot of people went to war not even knowing what they fighting for.
Yeah.
Folks better wake up, get off that that patriotism crap. Like, it's not worth it.
The patriotism get you together.
It's not worth it.
Because now you proud.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So what we're gonna do now is segment into the next joint. We're gonna move along because it's getting a little late over here. So what's the next joint here? I think this is okay. So now we went from the Ukraine thing. So I was just talking about Canada. So what is this? This is the Prime Minister of Canada, basically talking about the tariff war that Trump put on them. And these are neighboring countries, like literally, right? You could drive a bridge straight out of Detroit to Canada in like 20 minutes.
Man, you can walk over North Dakota.
North
Dakota.
Port Huron.
Man, you can you can walk over the North Peninsula of the U.S. I mean, of Michigan.
Most definitely. And be right in Canada.
Yeah, you can walk. It's a landlocked country that's right there with America. They landlocked.
Yeah. And these people, a lot of folks don't understand, Canada controls a lot of power. And what I mean by power is not force, but power as an energy that goes to the U.S., especially the East Coast of the U.S. So Trump putting all these tariffs on them. So what you think they're going to do?
They're going to be like a third world country. They're going to have lights out.
And
Lights
not
out.
Canada, and it's not Canada gonna be lights out at that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what this dude gonna say about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
They're making enemies, man.
Making enemies.
As of this morning, markets are down, and inflation is set to rise dramatically all across your country. Your government has chosen to put American jobs at risk, at the thousands of workplaces that succeed because of materials from Canada or because of consumers in Canada, or both. They've chosen to raise costs for American consumers on everyday essential items like groceries and gas, on major purchases like cars and homes, and everything in between. They've chosen to harm American national security, impeding access to the abundant critical minerals, energy, building materials, and fertilizers that we have and that the United States needs. They've chosen to launch a trade war that will, first and foremost, harm American families.
So yeah. So all the things that's needed in the States, not all, but a lot of things that the U.S. Need, Canada controls. So if Trump put a tariff on them, which is a tax, a hell of a tax on imports or whatever, what you think they're gonna do? Okay, you do that to us, this is what we're gonna do to y'all, because y'all need metals and certain things. Because historically, you look at the U.S., what do they really have that people need other than slaves? Like, be honest, like, what do they have other than slaves?
Right.
They not creating nothing. Go ahead.
And the innovation that comes from those slaves.
Exactly.
The innovative minds, right? Mm-hmm. And see, this is what all Western countries do.
Most definitely.
They seek out our people, whether it be on the continent of Africa or in America, and they look to bring us to their countries to build those countries, right?
Yeah.
They need our innovation, our thoughts, right? And they steal our ideas, and they make them their own, right? So that's all they got is us, which is the greatest thing to have in the world, because that's greater than any crop or anything. Because why? We the innovators. Why? Because and it's our thoughts that grow crops, all over the world.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so. And a lot of people may say that's not true or whatever, but hey, man, look at it. Look these things up, man.
It's cool. Hey, hey, who created peanut butter?
George Washington Carver, right,
brother. So he had to know something about them crops out there to do that thing.
Right.
But hey, that's just an example. So hey, if you want to say your forefathers built this place, that's cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Just put an S instead of a B, put an S still. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we can keep on moving because. Hey, at the end of the day, these folks ain't playing. And just so happen, a lot of our people, what I mean by ours, man, this our people is in the state of Michigan, and Canada is literally right there.
Mm-hmm.
So if they cut power off, trust and believe, the big three is down. Chrysler, Ford, GM.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
They down.
No doubt.
And I say that because I was working at Chrysler before I came here to Africa. And they was down a lot before I left. Talking about a chip coming from Mexico. I think it had more to do with that, but that's neither here nor there because I can't prove it. But you heard them talking about economy as in inflation, not economy, but inflation. Inflation happening. We already know what's going on with that. A gallon of gas right now is like maybe $3-4. I'm not sure. I ain't been there in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Before I left, my rent was $1,600, $1,700, $1,600. It shouldn't even cost that much to doggone live.
Mm-mm.
It shouldn't, but that's what's going on because they want to raise this stuff up. Things are happening out here right in front of our people facing they not seeing. I don't know why it cost $1,800 for a 1-bedroom because of where you living at.
Yeah. And that lets you know too. It ain't the US printing out that money
at all.
Right.
Yeah.
And not only is it not the US printing out that money, understand this as well. When you beef with a country like China, who is responsible for the majority of the world's goods today, you're shooting yourself in the foot. When you beef with a country like Ukraine, who's responsible for the majority of the Earth's fertilizer, and Russia as well, when you beef with these countries, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You know, because you become so drunk with your imperial desires. You become so drunk with it. What are you going to receive in the end after reaping all of this havoc throughout the earth? What do you receive in the end?
Destruction.
Exactly. Exactly.
You reap what you sow. Yeah. So we can move and groove on to the next one, because what we're doing now is just showing all the issues that America having and the reason why they falling. They doing all this stuff outside of America. They not building within. So that's an issue in itself right there. Then they making enemies with people they don't need to make enemies with. That's an issue right there. And then the neighboring countries in themselves, they got a problem with them. That's an issue right there. Bruh. There's no hope for a place that's destined to fall. So now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna hop in Jeremiah 51 real quick and just slide through this chapter real fast and just get some key points here, just to touch on what we're talking about and showing prophetically why or how or what is going on. So we're gonna slide into these scripts right fast and show y'all something right quick. So Jeremiah 51 is where we're gonna start. You can just slide on to verse 1 and read down or so.
Make that a little wider, because
I was looking at that like, why is it so there?
All right. Jeremiah 51:1. Thus saith the Most High, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind.
Come on.
I gotta say something about
Go
that
ahead.
destroying wind.
I was going to too. I was just waiting till the next verse, but go ahead.
All right. Now that destroying wind, right, is, and we go, the next verse will, the next verse will really go into what it is that we dealing with. I understand. Right? But we are here, destroy means to decay. Right? To decay. That is to ruin. A ruining or a decaying wind. What that wind say? Wind, like a breath. Anger. A region of the sky, the spirit, by the spirit, but only of rational being. Air, anger, blast, breath. Now, and tempest. Now, what we all know is destroying or decaying. We know that what happens, from a nuclear bomb, you get decay. And the wind is the fallout from the blast. The nuclear fallout, a destroying wind. Now watch the second verse. And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her. Because why? When that fallout start to spread, when that fallout begin to spread, no one can be around.
Exactly. That's the emptying of her.
Exactly.
Yep.
Right? No one can be around. Why? Because that fallout, that nuclear fallout, is what kills you. It says, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble, they shall be against her round about.
And you remember when Trump said what he said to do, you're playing with World War III. You're playing with, he's not playing with World War III. You is.
And then more so even than that, the guy told him what?
I was gonna get to that. Come on.
He said, listen, you got your oceans.
Your waters.
You got your nice oceans. And this is why you don't have a problem. Right? Because you can't be invaded so easily.
Exactly. So they would have to send it, because you can't just come up in there. So what they would do, they attack through the sky. So that's them fanners.
Exactly.
Destroying winds. Yeah, come on.
The third verse. Against him that bend, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lift himself up in his brigadine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host.
All the hosts. So I had to touch on this in my own household to show, because we was taught that you have spaceships, you have this, that, say portals, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. There's no salvation coming to that place if you're not obedient to what's before time. You wait to the last minute thinking you're going to get an airplane ride out because such and such said there's pilots. It's not going to happen, because it just told you loud and clear. And spare ye not her young man, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. So if you there, you're going to be destroyed. Nothing is going to pull you through. Don't believe that portal crap. Don't believe that spaceship crap. Don't believe Elijah Muhammad looking down on, like, don't believe none of that mess. Believe the word. Come up out of her, my people, and receive none of her plagues. That's what you believe. Come on.
Verse 4, thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets.
Come on.
For Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his God, of the Most High of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Flee out of the midst of Babylon.
Waiting on a phone call.
Flee out of the midst of Babylon.
If it ain't your honey, it ain't the truth.
Flee and get up out of Babylon. Hold on, let's see what this flee means, because a lot of people be tripping. Flee. To flit, that is vanish away.
Get out the way.
Subside. Escape. Causatively chase.
Yeah.
Impale. Deliver.
Abate.
Away, be displayed, make to flee.
Get that out the way.
Away.
Yeah.
Put to flight.
Airplane tickets.
Hide.
Duck off.
Lift up a standard.
Look, it's that simple. So when you saying that there's don't forget about portals, don't forget about this, that's a goddamn on lie. Because this is instruction that's given to the prophet Jeremiah that was telling, like it was just saying, Israel and Judah is not forsaken. So he gave them instructions right then and there. Flee out of the midst of Babylon. Those are the instructions. Don't wait on no phone call, no bullshiggity that's some man created talking about some junk just to keep some money flowing through. Get the heck up out of there. Preserve you, your family, your wife, and kids. Man, don't worry about what somebody gonna say about you for leaving. Satan got them. No, Satan got you. That's why you sitting here misleading the people. Like, bruh, get up out of there, flee. Hey, this John serious, man. Jeremiah said this quite a few times. Go to Jeremiah 4 and 6 when y'all get a chance. Read that too. Come on.
Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver.
And deliver.
Let's get that. Let's get delivered. Let's get delivered. Deliver. What that mean?
A primitive root properly to be smooth, that is by implication to escape, as if by slipperiness. Slide on through, slide on through that door while it's open. Causatively to release or rescue. Specifically to bring forth young, imminent, sparse, deliver, self, escape, lay, leap out, nigga, jump up out the way. When somebody shoot, what you gonna do? You're gonna jump out the way. So come on now. Let alone, leave that place alone. Oh my goodness, bro, this deep, because I ain't never even broke this one down. Let alone, let go.
Let go of Babylon, y'all.
And what was I
what
just
are you
saying?
holding on to?
What is you holding on to? Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all heard Boosie. Come on, man.
Come on, dog.
Come on, dog. And what was I just saying, though? Forget a phone call, all that. Preserve you and your family, right?
Preserve.
What's the next one?
Preserve. Preserve your seed.
Preserve
your
seed.
children, y'all. Come on, man. Get up out of there, man. These people understand that place is falling. Trump was put in a place because he actually believed that he can save the place.
Knowing he can't.
But I said this from the beginning when he was campaigning and he was saying that Trump was saying that I'm going to stop the wars, this and that. I was telling everybody from the beginning, he can't stop them wars
at all.
He can't stop them wars. He think he gonna come in there and stop them. He not gonna stop them
at all.
As you can see, what just happened with Zelensky. Zelensky don't trust him,
and that's a smart man.
You know,
that's a smart man. He said, "Preserve, save, expediently,
speedily.
Hurry up,
speedily, speedily." This the Bible. This the Bible. See, they always they want to trick and say, "Oh y'all can't make nobody to believe and move how y'all moving." And no, man. The Most High said, "Get up out of there speedily." Man, you sit there if you want to.
Yeah, and then another thing, as we seen with the video, Canada got issues with them too, right?
Yeah.
What is the main thing our people saying in the States? Well, I'm gonna go to
Canada. I'm gonna shoot up or I'm gonna go to Mexico.
Bro.
Man, you ain't gonna be able to run nowhere over there.
Look, and I was just about to get to that because prophetically, what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? And not even just Sodom and Gomorrah, but the surrounding cities around it as well. They all was destroyed. So if say Babylon or modern day Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, America, whatever you want to call it, is modern day Sodom and Egypt. Don't you think the Most High gonna destroy the surrounding lands as well? Canada, Alaska, Mexico, so, like South America. Come on now, y'all. Let's not be stupid. The scriptures, you know what? I ain't gonna do that because it's in this chapter. Because I was just about to say something, but that's in this chapter. Come on.
I'm about to read this over again. I'm gonna put those words in there, right? The words that this translate from, right? I'm about to say this, right? Escape out of the midst of Babylon and speedily. Let me get another. And speedily escape every man his own soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Most High's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense.
Reap what you sow.
Right.
You put that mess out here, you think you ain't gonna get it back? Come on now.
And remember how the Most High lifted up Pharaoh's heart and how proud Pharaoh was.
This Pharaoh right here.
Look at Trump. His heart is lifted up. He believes that he can actually save this place that's prophesied to be destroyed. He actually believed that.
You're not in no position to tell us that.
And then all the patriots that's down with him, they believe it too. It don't matter what race they are.
Yeah, most definitely. And that's deep. Vengeance, he will render unto her a recompense. Reaping what you sow.
Yeah.
Let me get verse 7 while you do that.
I got you.
It say Babylon.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
Babylon have been a golden cup in the Most High's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
They mad because what we was just talking about. They made them covenants and all that. And now they going into these lands. Oh, we ain't gonna do that to you. No, we ain't gonna do that. In reality, they doing it. And if y'all seen these incense, don't think we on no weird crap. We ain't with that enchantment crap.
These for the mosquitoes.
These mosquito incense. Exactly. I had to say that real quick because I knew that went across the camera real fast.
Your brother's like incense over
we
there.
Don't want to be on the next Sabbath lesson. Like, hold up, this ain't that, bro. Look, we just protecting ourselves from mosquitoes. Man. We in the bushes, y'all. I see the papayas and bananas and stuff. Come on now.
They be like, man, I see the brothers with some incense over there, man. They was burning sage
to the ancestors.
Man. They was doing the what's the brother name?
The Umar Johnson.
They was doing the Umar Johnson. They did some shay junk.
Oh man, look, we ain't with none of it. We with the Most High and the Holy Bible. Praise the Most High, man.
God.
But shoot.
All right, but it say this the 8th verse. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed.
Check it out.
All them prayers they doing. Man,
it's not gonna work.
Man.
And then when you need balm, what do you usually do? An example, your lips dried up and all messed up. You need some type of patch up to keep the pain from happening. What you think that balm is? The Most High being sarcastic right here. Take balms for her pain.
Yeah.
If so, she might be healed. It might work. I don't know. I doubt it.
But see, that's them prayers that they doing. They saying, "Oh, see, I'm gonna pray against this going on and this and that." That's the bomb.
Yeah,
y'all trying to take up some bomb when the Most High already done gave you word on what's finna go down, and He already told you Israel or Judah have not been forsaken. So He letting you know, look, you ain't forsaken.
Yeah.
You just got to do what I say.
Get up out the way.
You just got to do what I'm saying. All them prayers you doing, you praying against the word.
Exactly.
How is that going to fix anything?
No
it's
different
not gonna
from
help.
a Christian.
Yeah.
Didn't God say pray for the land? He wasn't talking about that.
Exactly. You trying to pray against the word.
Man, come on, y'all. Y'all better take heed to this message. Same way the Father put it on that Zelensky brother. He put it on us to warn you with this on the level that we got. The little bit of information we got, it came from the Father. Take this and run with it. Take heed. We just showed you preserve.
Mm-hmm.
They say it's gonna be everywhere, but what the words say, man?
Right. You better get up out of that first.
Get up, exactly. It's
Get out of
domino
that
effect.
first.
That one gonna fall first.
Exactly.
Canada gonna fall.
Exactly. It's the Most High's mission.
Exactly.
To do that.
Most exactly. Man, y'all better listen. Take heed to this, man.
All right, the 9th verse. We would have healed. Who is we?
Would have healed?
The Most High Christ, right?
Exactly.
See, this is what people don't understand too. Those Christians, they look at it and say, oh, Jesus and God are the same. No, they ain't.
They said we. That's
the 9th
plural,
verse.
more than one.
We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. And hold up. Forsake her.
Yeah.
And this is the key part, the key component that our people miss. Because you just said something earlier. You said that our people want to run up into Canada. They want to run up in Mexico
South
and stuff
America,
like that,
all
right?
that, yeah.
But watch what this say. And see, it's confusion in America. I'm glad you said that earlier too. We're going to bring out some scriptures. And I know a lot of people. I love my brothers that I grew in this truth with. And that, but there's some understanding when you go into the pseudepigraphic. I would like brothers and sisters who understand the pseudepigraphical that is true to go in the second address in there and read the 13th chapter where it talks about the peaceable multitude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then read on down and understand what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because I'm getting ready to say something that might throw you off a little bit, right? But let's just read this real quick before I do that.
Come on.
51 and 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Now let's get that forsake.
Yep.
Forsake. What this means, to loosen, that is to relinquish, permit, commit self, fail, forsake, fortify, help, leave, leave, refuse. So
destitute.
We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Leave her.
Refuse.
Leave her and let us go, everyone, into his own country.
Say that again.
Into his own country.
Now, remember earlier I was about to say something about people going there, talking about how we talk about we going to Canada, blah, blah, blah.
That's what I was bringing out. Yeah, go ahead.
When you trying to hide, I'm going to use Christ as an example, or even Moses as an example. When Moses went to dip off and be at safety, where did he go? Amongst people that look like him. Amongst his people. He didn't go into no dang on Cyprus talking about I'm gonna be safe amongst the Romans. He want to be straight up. He went amongst niggas and he was safe amongst niggas. That's the same thing. Everybody, Chinese people, they go amongst Asians to be amongst their people. Arabs, they go amongst the Arabians to be amongst their people. So Negroes, where they gonna go to be amongst their people? You got all these ignorant ass niggas out here talking about Africa this, Africa that. So where the freak you gonna go then? Let's be straight up.
They going to South America, man. They going down in the
back into the Americas.
They going back into the Americas,
man. Y'all can listen to them folks if y'all want to. Them same niggas gonna lead you to a hell fire.
Because what the Most High, we brought it out earlier, right? What the Most High said, from the borders of the Ethiopian river, will he accept his people?
No doubt.
That's what he say. That's what the scriptures say, man. So you need to be trying to find your way to the borders of the Ethiopian river.
If you don't know where that's at, you better look it up. What is the Ethiopian river?
Right. Go to Genesis. Read the book of Genesis and find
that.
out what river is it that encompassed the whole land of Ethiopia.
Most doubt.
Which is the river Gihon,
exactly.
Which is known to be the Nile River.
Most doubt. Yep. Historically.
Hey,
Hey, don't let these niggas, these Negroes mislead y'all. I got a little irritated because I got to thinking about that, how they misleading folks, and I got to talking like a Negro myself. But don't let
Negro.
these. Hey,
what's a real nigga?
Cursing too much.
What's a real nigga?
Right there on your shirt.
Exactly. Acts 13:1.
That's 13:1.
That's a real so-called nigger.
Yeah.
And hey, I'm saying that to be provocative, but at the same time, go read Acts 13:1 and you look up what the definition of that word you find is up in there.
And that goes with what we're talking about. You go amongst these black folks to duck out. They just said, we have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let her go, everyone, into his own country. This is our country.
What country do we know? What places do we know that we come from?
Naturally.
We know that we come from the continent of Africa. So we would have to go back into those places because he ain't just talking to the nations when he say this. He talking to us
Israel as well. My people, those who listen. So, hey, y'all can sit here and play these games and all that silly junk, thinking you're gonna be in the wilderness eating pancakes and cupcakes if you want to. Listening to this buffoonery, man. That junk silly as heck, man. Ain't even no plugs out here like that. But you talking about pancakes and hot plates and man, that junk kind of irritating because I'm thinking about these folks. Wake up off that goofy junk, man. I don't care who these people is. That's the problem with our people. We are always acknowledging somebody because of stature or status or whatever. Man, forget all that junk. Acknowledge this word. This is a warning. This is the trumpet being blown. They were talking about the blowing the trumpet. Blah, blah. This the trumpet being blown right now. You seen what that dang old Zelensky just said? Man, y'all crazy if y'all think it's a game. Y'all can keep playing Shalawams and Bashim Shayas all y'all want. It just told you everybody in that place gonna be destroyed if you're not fleeing up out of there. Ain't no portals, ain't no spaceships, ain't no airplanes, ain't no bicycles, ain't no horsebacks, ain't nothing bring you up out of here. So that's just being straight up, man. Keep playing on around if y'all want to. Let's keep on because I can go all day on this one verse.
It says we would have healed Babylon. And for all of y'all who don't understand, there might be some people out there who don't understand.
Yeah.
Babylon is America. Modern day Babylon is America. America has all the traits of Babylon, Rome, Egypt, all rolled up in one. Okay. So when the scriptures speak of Babylon, in certain cases, it's speaking of America, and in certain other cases, it's speaking of ancient Babylon. But this, in this case, is like manifold. It's speaking for the both. All right. So here it is, Jeremiah 51:9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is filled and is lifted up even into the skies.
Forsake her, leave her alone and go into your own country. That's what it's saying. Come on.
The Most High have brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Most High our God. So when we go back to our place, we going where?
To Africa.
The Lord have brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Most High our God. Make bright the arrows. Now, see, do I have to explain what I just read there?
Nothing fancy about that one.
Right? Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Most High have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon.
So we always talk about the Medes or the Persians and all that, Iranians or whatever, right? But that said, raise up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. So that means it's going to be more than one person that's going to have an attitude towards Babylon.
More than one ruler. And see, when you read down further, it talk about the kings from the areas of the Medes.
Exactly.
So they might not even be racial Medians.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Racial Iranians, but they're in those areas.
Exactly.
So you're going to have kings coming up out of those areas to come and destroy Babylon.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Right. It say, make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Most High have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Most High
Yep.
The vengeance of his temple. For anyone who don't know, we are his temple.
It's the temple of the Most
God's
High.
people. We the temple.
They tell you that in Corinthians, ye are the temple of the Most High.
Right. So the Most High is avenging us through what he got going on. And it's going to take some obedience. It's going to take some obedience from us. Let me get this fixed. There we go. It's going to take some obedience from us to be able to make it through. Right? Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes for the Lord. Have both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures.
What dude say? You got these waters. That's the only reason why you say, because they dwell it. This is a different statement, but it's just the water came back to memory. Come on.
O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness.
Now here's the key point right here. Come on.
The Most High of hosts have sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men.
With man. What kind of man?
As with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee.
And that place already filled with man. Look at Dearborn. You got the Arabians, Sterling
Michigan,
Heights,
right?
yeah, Sterling Heights. You got the Iranians or the Chaldeans. Come on, them caterpillars there already. Folks don't even know. They looking at them people like they the same one. Those are two different people right there. That's just a sample of it.
And when you bring caterpillars into your garden, what they do?
Eat up stuff.
They eat up everything.
Everything.
And so that's what's going on with Babylon. You know, Babylon is giving its land away, selling its land to, China has bought some of it. You got caterpillars, they just coming through and they devouring these places. That's why you got a guy like Trump coming in and thinking that he can work his business savvy to restore America to what it once was in its heyday.
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
They say he have made the earth by his power, he have established the world by his wisdom, and have stretched out the heaven by his understanding. When he uttereth his voice, there's a multitude of waters in heaven, and he caused the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings with rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures. Every man is brutish by his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image, for his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them.
Falsehood.
Right. They are vanity, the work of errors. In the time of their visitation, they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things. For he is the form of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Most High of hosts is his name.
Wow.
Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war.
That's why I said Israel is his rod, because what is a rod? It's a stick.
You beating people with.
You're gonna beat the brakes off something. You tell your child they disobedient, you would go get that switch off the tree, go get that rod off the tree. That's what it is. That's why I go right into thou art my battle axe and weapons of war.
For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
Come on.
And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and the rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariots and his rider.
Now picture dude when dude was said what he said to Trump, whatever. You sitting on water, but you will see it. Picture if he said this, Johnny. You can't say that. Well,
and Trump supposed to believe in the Bible.
Supposedly,
right. It say, with thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers.
So that's another example of what it was talking about with coming up out of there. There's not going to be no saving up out of there. We have the way up out of there now. 2020, what did we have? All that paper coming through unemployment. I'm sure a lot of people that I know that come in and that's on my page or whatever, Y'all was with Chrysler. We got them big old checks that was coming 32 an hour, 36 an hour, 38 an hour. You got money to get up. Don't come with no excuses now. Come on now. You got half the people we know truck. Man, the Most High made way for all of us during these times. It's up to us if we take advantage of these things. Because like we just read, bruh, everything gonna be destroyed to pieces. Even them portals. They're gonna be destroyed. Come on.
And I will render unto Babylon and unto all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion, in your sight, saith the Most High. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Most High, which destroyeth all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks, and I will make thee a burnt mountain.
Old mountain, you at the top, but you're going to roll down to the bottom.
And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundations, but thou shalt be desolate forever, saith the Most High. Set you up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations.
Blowing the trumpet.
Prepare the nations against her. Call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, of many. And see, these are the kings that it was talking about earlier.
I was just about to get to that. That's why I stopped.
It says, against her together, against her the kingdoms of Ararat, many. And Ashkenaz, appoint a captain against her, and cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars.
Like you were saying, these are the nations that we were talking about earlier, but as well as what we see in the video, those are a few nations right then and there. Iranians, Canada, and then even Britain taking sides with I don't even think we got to that video, but even Britain taking sides with Ukraine. Like, hey, the US ain't dealing with y'all, but we dealing with y'all. The US taking sides with Russia, so that means they not part of the UN, the EU. They part of the Russian thing or whatever, but come on.
It say, prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. That's what I was talking about earlier. See, it's gonna be it's not just gonna be the Medes. When it said the Medes earlier, it was talking about the kings of the Medes, talking about in those dominions and those lands from there. So it's those lands is huge. When you go back and look at the lands that was actually ruled by the Medes, see that it talked about that earlier when we was listening, talked about the Persian Empire, right?
Yeah.
That video, the first video, talked about the Persian Empire. When you go back and look at that map and you look at how huge those areas was, you'll see all of those countries, all of those places and peoples within those areas. Those going to be the people that come against Babylon. Not just them, because the 27th verse says, no, that's the 20. No. Yeah, the 27th verse. It says, blow the trumpet among the nations and prepare the nations against her. Not 28, go down further to say, prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes. So there's going to be a multitude of nations coming against Babylon. And that's what I was saying earlier. When you got a bunch of nations coming against you, it don't matter
about the waters
and nothing like that. It don't matter.
Because now it's too much to defend, and we already see that. Because remember, a couple of years ago, they had the ships, the ships from I think it was I forgot what ships that was. That was a couple of years ago. It was basically a couple of different nations had their ships sitting out there in the waters, and I think the Pacific Ocean. I think it was.
Both oceans. It was both oceans they was in.
So that's two different wars right then and there. So while y'all fight with them, somebody can just slide on through to be that caterpillar that come on up in there. All right, man, come on now,
but
y'all.
See, I don't think it's just gonna be one. I think, don't either. But and I don't think it's gonna be one like that. What I think it's gonna be, the Medes, like the scriptures say, is gonna be the head of the whole situation. Like, look, this is what we doing. It's gonna be something that happened to them that's gonna be so immoral that the rest of the nation is gonna be like, nah. Kind of, sort of to the point. Like, think about this. Kind of, sort of to the degree of how Trump and Netanyahu is kicking the people out of Gaza. right? And the other nations like, no, that ain't
That's
right.
right.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
They gonna stand up after a while. It's gonna be war like it was in the medieval times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be taking that.
Thousands and thousands of soldiers coming to your front door like, hey, come out here. We need to talk to you.
Yeah, come on out. Hey, hold on. What you think because if we let you do this here, you're gonna gain armies in these areas, and y'all gonna become stronger, and you're gonna come try to do that over here.
Yeah, no doubt.
We gotta nip this in the bud.
Yeah. And that's what it is. Yeah.
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 Fit 29. And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Most High shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant.
Every purpose, whatever the Most High said, is going to happen.
Bottom line. Bottom line. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight, so they don't even want to fight no more. They have remained in their holes. Their might have failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken.
They became as women because they realized we've been lied to this whole time, thinking that we would never lose a war. Well, you don't lose that war against the Most High in Christ. Come on.
One post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon that his city is taken at one end.
Hey, they got us down here. Hey, they got us over here too. Hey, it's over.
And it's gonna be that puffed up, proud leader too.
Yeah,
that's thinking like, yeah, you can't nobody do. You can't.
We saying
you
that.
need us.
Yeah, bro.
You
we
need
saying
us.
that.
Right. 32. And that the passages are stopped, and the reeds they have burned with fire, and the men of war are affrighted. For thus saith the Most High of hosts, the Most High of Israel, the daughter of Babylon, like a threshing floor, it is time to thresh her yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come.
And we know what'll happen with a harvest. Everything gets swept up. Time to go pluck things out.
That's it.
Sure, we can do that if you want. This whole thing to talk about the violence is done.
Because now it's going into the Babylon.
I just thought about that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But yeah, the moral of the story is, hey, the Most High warning us, get up out the way, especially those of us who knows better. We've been in this thing for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, still hearing the same old sermons, still getting the same old, I don't want to be specific, but I do want to, but I ain't trying to offend nobody. But, you know, we still getting the same old saying we heard in 2015. I say that. Like, man, it's over for that place, man. We heard what the scripture just said. Get up out the way. Because if you're not, everything is going to be destroyed. Preserve yourself. We just broke that down too. Preserve you as well as your family. Get up out the way, man. Don't worry about what somebody say about you leaving before it's time. Like, man, get the heck on with that crap. Christ don't even know the time. So who is y'all to say it's time?
And the scripture just told us to get out of there speedily.
Speedily. Exactly.
Speedily. That's what the Bible say, man. They could try to say that's what we saying all they want to.
Man.
That's what the Bible say, man.
Exactly.
Speedily.
Exactly.
So all of them people, all of y'all people out there, when I put something on social media, I say anything, and you try to come against what I'm saying, because I'll be putting stuff out there like come up out of there and stuff like that. Or y'all scared to do this or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you get people coming on there like, why people got to be scared or why it got to be this or that? Well, because the scriptures tell us to do something. We instructed by the Most High to do something.
Exactly.
But everybody's sitting on their hands. Everybody's sitting on their hands and then want to blame the next man when they come before the judgment seat. When you come before the judgment seat, you're going to say, well, I was listening to the elder or the leaders that you had set before
on the phone call. You right.
Yeah. You go to court and see if that worked with the judges in the world.
Man.
Yeah, so-and-so told me to go rob that dude over there.
You know, the judge gonna say, where's he at? I don't know. I ain't seen him since I brought him. Well, you're gonna do time for you and him.
Yeah.
So, hey, what you think the Most High gonna say? You're gonna do time for you and him.
Yeah.
especially the leaders. You're gonna do time for you and him because you done misled these people as well as you was in sin as well, going against my word. Bro, it's junk real, man. Ain't no time to be sugarcoating no more. All that false hope that was fed to us years ago, that junk out the door. It's time to be straight up and real. This Unifying the Nation podcast, that's what we about. We unifying the nation, knocking off all them false doctrines. Even the scriptures tell you that. Tear down all imaginations. Them doctrines is imagination. Christ was walking around talking about, hey, he don't believe in laying on the hands. He can't do, man. Christ wasn't with that bull crap. Oh, if it wasn't this, that, etc., Christ wasn't with that crap, man. Christ was about his people. He told you that, hey, my doctrine is not mine, but the Father's.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
And the scripture tell us, the word tell us, not to even cut you off from your thought.
No, you good.
You know what I'm saying? But so many people be asking us when we tell them, come up out of America, come up out of Babylon. Where do I go? Where do I go? Well, the Bible tell you that every man should go into his own country and to his own people.
We just read it.
Exactly. We just read that. So I don't care what nobody say. I got something to tell you. If you ask me where to go, I'm gonna tell you where. Hey, where your people at?
Exactly.
Where's the people that look like you, that do the same things that you do, that have the same, innate, distinct actions as you.
Exactly.
You go where they at. Just like the Arab man would go to Arabia. When he leave, he going straight to his people. The Chinese man, he going straight to his people. Okay? These people are going to their people. So where do we go? We go to our people. All right, all of us sit up here and talk that. I'm African American. I'm from our people was taken from here or there, right? Then you got these people, these docile people claiming to be Native Americans. Oh, yeah, we're the Native Americans, not understanding that Africans was traveling to America way before the slave trade.
Straight up, Massa Musa was throwing them out there.
Yeah.
It's another one too. I forgot the ruler name. I think he was from Mali, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that.
That's Mansa Musa.
Okay, it was another one. I can't remember his name, but go ahead.
Yeah, no. That's all I was saying though. They not realizing that there was people traveling from Africa into the Americas long before Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492. It was a lot more. It was a lot of our people who who you think was the navigators for these people. It was our people.
The Apocrypha showed them where they was at.
Right. It was our people who was the navigators. And I'm gonna bring this out too. I'm gonna say it. Go and read that 2nd Esdras 13 in the pseudepigrapha. Go read it, because nowhere in the scripture do it say that the northern kingdom, after they was taken captive by Salmanassar, that they went into the ocean and sailed across the oceans. It don't say that. It said that they went back across the Euphrates and the Most High stayed the rivers. The same way he stayed the river when we crossed the Red Sea.
Yeah.
Coming out of Egypt. The same way he did that, and he gonna do it again. He gonna do it again. He gonna stay the rivers again. Stay in the rivers mean he split the sea so that man can walk across dry shod. When you go in that 2nd Esdras 13 in the pseudepigrapha, you're gonna find out that our people walked across dry shod. We didn't go into no ocean. We walked back across the Euphrates from where we was taken.
Yeah.
So this even the modern day way that they looking at the children of Israel throughout the whole earth is corrupted.
Yeah.
That's not even correct. Because that was based off of a dream.
Straight up.
What about that dream of dreams in Deuteronomy 13? Go read about the dream of dreams. That's all I want to put out there, man. You do the rest of the studies for yourself.
Hey.
But yeah.
Brother. You speaking some real player church. But that's real talk though, because you know what I'm saying, the scriptures warn us about a dreamer. So hey, and then like the Ak was saying too, with the scriptures talking about going amongst your own people, it also tell you that the earth was made for our sake. So why would you sit in the same place? So it's a few scriptures that let us know. Let's not be too indoctrinated until we blind to what was presented right before us.
Mhm.
Let's not be that blind, man.
Mhm.
Let's not be too hypnotized or whatever word goes there by the popular. Man, forget the popular, man.
Broad is the way.
Broad is the way that leadeth to destruction,
Right.
and narrow is the path.
Straight is the
What
gate, and
everybody-
narrow is the way.
Straight up. So what everybody is doing, that is not the way to go. Christ only rode with 12 brothers, or 11 to be exact.
Hey, it takes some strong men. It takes a strong man to really separate himself from the crowd and then just go that way, regardless of what everybody else doing.
That's straight up. That's straight up.
To a degree, in my eyes, that's effeminate. That's effeminate because, you know,
dudes scared to stand on
you
their
scared-
own
you
and do
scared
they.
to-
That's straight up.
Right.
I know what
That's
you're getting
effeminate,
to,
bro.
I know what you're getting to.
And women are to be led in that manner, not men. You know
These
what I'm saying?
dudes being led by man.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Man. Hold up now.
Yeah, that's an effeminate trait. You know what I'm saying? So
straight up.
Hey man, look, that's my opinion. You know,
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. But hey, praise the Father, man. We got this thing out, and whoever this message come across, they have ears to hear, eyes to see, nose to smell, and mouth to shut up and listen. Because this is a message for days, man. It ain't too many people out here really pushing the message like this, man. We pushing unifying the nation, starting from what they would call home, quote unquote, U.S., all the way over here to Africa. The reason why I say home U.S. is because that's majority of our people is that we know of that's not unifying like we need to. So we using this to reach out to them because we've been indoctrinated by so much buffoonery to the point we look at each other like we enemies. It's no different from being in the world and then turn around and say, I'm in the truth. No, you're not. Like, love is the truth. You don't love your brother. You don't love nothing. You don't love yourself. You love your enemy more than the brother that look like you. So you know different from the Crips and the Bloods that's on the corner shooting each other down. Man, forget all these churches, these camps, all that bull crap that done blocked this. Man, that junk is over with. Man, it's time to get out here and put in that footwork and do that real.
That's
for
what
real.
time it is.
It's time.
That's what time
it's
it
that time, man. We done been sitting up under these folks talking about shalom. We've been con mans for 10 years, man. That junk over with. It's time to get out here and put this junk across the four corners of the earth, and then the end shall come. It's time for that jump, man.
Khan mean yes in Hebrew. So yes men. You've been yes man for too long, man. It's time to stand up.
So yeah, that junk over with, man. That junk over with. So yeah, that's all I really gotta say. Sure. Let that junk go and just follow the word according to how you're supposed to follow it, man. Con yourself back into the kingdom. Sure. Be a yes man to Christ.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Whoever get offended, it's not to offend, it's to contend, you know, tear stuff down. Man, that's what it's about. I give all glory to the Father, man, because hey, I done grew up in a Christian church. Sure, we done grew up in a Christian church as well as the Israelite thing, all that stuff. And we weren't indoctrinated by nothing but what Christ said in the word and the Most High. Praise the Father. So Most High willing, whoever come across this to touch who it need to touch. Like I say, we ain't trying to be popular, famous, none of that crap, man. We don't care about none of that. We're just doing our part in this prophetic time. Hey, whoever it reach out to, if you hear, you hear. You don't, keep on moving. Don't leave no foul messages because I do reply. It's like, no, for real though, man.
Brother ain't lying.
I ain't lying. Don't put no bull crap because man, we just doing our part. Go to Post Malone page or something like that, whatever his name is. Go over there and say something. Yeah, but shit. Hey, that's all I got, man. Praise the Father, man. Hey, check out these tracks, man. We putting out here. Praise the Most High for that too. Inspired by the Most High and Christ and giving us the knowledge and the information we need to do what we do, man. Hey, that's all I got, man.
All right.
Praise
All right. Well, hey, man, thank you all for tuning in to Unifying the Nation podcast. Join us next week for our next episode. We don't have a title at this time, or maybe we do. Hey, who knows? But join us next week for our next week's podcast. Until then, shalom.
Shalom. Come up out of her, my people.
Yeah. Yo, no, we rise up, Hebrew Israelites, we coming strong. It's time to unite together where we belong. From the 12 tribes, we stand side by side with history and pride. Can't let the truth slide. We've been scattered, yeah, but we gon' find a way. From the corners of the earth, we here to stay. Rise up, let the truth ignite. Unite as one, we shine so bright. We the chosen, no lie, don't deny the vibe. Our spirit's eternal, we gon' thrive worldwide. From the streets to the temples, we building the foundation. Unity's the mission, it's a holy proclamation. Hebrew Israelites, we rise as one. Unite in the spirit, the battle's been won. From the east to the west, we take our stand. Together we strong, hand in hand. We stand firm, like the mountains in the land. From the desert to the sea, we still making a stand. Our ancestors fought, now we pick up the flame. Hebrew Israelites, we proud of the name. We breaking the chains, we fight for the truth. The knowledge of our past brings the strength of the youth. No more division, no more pain. We reclaim our heritage, break the chains of the game. From the scriptures we read to the prophecies told, it's time for the nation to rise and take hold. Jerusalem's calling, we answer the sound. United in power, we're standing our ground. Yeah, Hebrew Israelites, we rise as one. United in the spirit, the battle's been won. From the east to the west, we take our stand. Together we strong, hand in hand. It's a new day, new way, it's a brand new song. Hebrew Israelites, we've been here all along. The ancestors' wisdom is running through our veins. Now we walking in the truth, breaking all the chains. Hebrew Israelites, together we rise. The truth is our power, we gon' touch the skies. From the mountains to the valleys, we stand as one. The journey is long, but the victory's won. Hebrew Israelites, the time is now. United as one, we gon' show you how. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you don't show you how. Yeah, yeah, Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, the truth is our power, we gon' touch the sky. From the mountains to the vast, we stand as one. The journey is long, but the victory's won. Hebrew Israelites, the time is now. United as one, we gon' show you how. You sure? We gon' show you how. Yeah, double Israelites. Hebrew Israelites. Sure. Yeah, double Israelites. Yeah, double Israelites. Yeah, double Israelites. Israelites, together we rise. The truth is our power, we gon' touch the skies. From the mountains to the valleys, we stand as one. The journey is long, but the victory's won. Hebrew Israelites, the time is now. United as one, we gon' show